Testing 1, 2, 3.
I just sent it to you. I'm going live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to US Drift Circuit Round 2 here at Sebring. My name is Jonathan Tiny Warbe, and this gorgeous event is presented by Redline Synthetic Oil. And right here, my partner in crime for today is the Florida man, Dustin from Dustin Motors. How you doing, man?
Doing great, Tiny. How are you today?
I'm doing
Always
fantastic.
pumped to be out here with the US Drift family. Super pumped to be out here. Drift HQ, making sure that we're getting all put together. All the sponsors are out here. We're at historic Sebring Raceway. We are at the retired airfields for all the bombers back in World Wars, and we are out here absolutely tearing up the track and having a good old time out here. If you didn't get to be a part of our seating bracket, we saw Nick and Matt Schulman go battle and battle, and who got the win?
Well, Matt Shulman got the win. We got our drivers coming up. We're going to be doing our opening ceremony. We are in the back half of the Sebring circuit. You guys are
Turn 13 or
Turn
something
13. And if you guys have seen US Drift Circuit before, you've probably seen the layout underneath the bridge going out, especially for the sim world. We have the backside. It's a high-speed track. It's got 4 outer zones, 1 inner clip.
Dude, look at this.
And
We
you
got the crazy cards out there. This looks like an Assetto course. They all look so perfect.
And they're all coming out here. We're doing an opening ceremony. Sarah Harrell will be singing the national anthem for us. This is something new that we're doing this year, and one to honor the troops that are currently serving, people that haven't came back home as well. We want to thank all of them for sure. But we have our drivers coming up, lining up, staging up, getting ready. Man, I'm super excited. I love being a part of this part of the ceremony.
Got a good looking cars out here. A lot of great drivers. Very excited. They're putting on a show for you guys, and they are absolutely killing it. City Bracket was on fire with big crashes. Not really. Small crashes, technically. But a lot of entertainment, and if you didn't see that, it will be reposted on the YouTube channel. So if you're already subscribing, you haven't clicked the bell, make sure you do. That way you guys are on there and getting in all the action. Also, that way with all those technical difficulties that we did have, you get to avoid all those. You get to rewatch it, see what happened with the seating bracket, and you can come right back here where we are now. If you are tuning in live, make sure you share us on Instagram, Facebook, all the fun things, on the Facebooks or the TikToks, whatever you do social media-wise. That way you can tell all your friends what you're watching, and it's a good time.
Yeah, we have the lineup here going on all the way down. It's so cool to see. And Leadfoot City, they're on the other side of the track, so I didn't really get to see the guys coming out, lining up, squaring away. This is a different view I get, but I'm excited. I'm excited for the top 32 bracket. It's going to be insane. You got Stenger out here, Bill Stenger. He's been just holding his own. After 10 years not drifting competitively, he's out there just slaying it, loving it, bringing the family out. You also got Eric the Fireball Noguera. He had some struggles a little bit, but he's out there just to have fun, always amped up. All the way down the line, you'll see a couple
Jackson
of the guys
out there,
Yeah.
Marco. I mean, tons of people.
Yeah, and then you even got Sasha Prospero. We're going to be seeing him. He's Sasha Ironsides Prospero, absolute killer today.
Yep.
I seen some
Christian
practice lap.
Catrone coming in late, coming over here after a big hit the first round, got the car put back together. I love my wife's sticker on the back. Always a good time seeing him. We got Grindle with the brand new livery coming out that just got released at Formula Drift. You were telling us a little bit about that earlier.
Yep. And then we have Nick Ward coming out with his S chassis that you rebuilt. Also, some kids out there.
A lot of young kids. We got as young as 15.
All right.
But here, let me do this. Let me introduce our co-host, our crime mate over here, Sarah Harrow, famous Netflix star. If you haven't already seen her, make sure you guys go on Netflix and check her out. Sarah Harrow is going to be taking the mic for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wow, put your hands together. She absolutely killed that. Great job, Sarah. And absolutely thank you for the men and women that have served this country. Every single one of you, including the family members, have sacrificed so much for the freedoms we get to enjoy today. So thank you and your family so much. It brings a tear to my eye every time I hear a national anthem live. And now I get to talk about my favorite sport, drifting.
Yeah, so drivers, are you guys ready? I hope you guys are amped up and ready like I am, because let's start your engines. Let's get it, boys. It's drifting. Oh, man, I'm amped up for these guys because you got Christian controlling the Cartbreak Kid right there, Eric the Fireball Noguera, you got John Rocket Man Temple over there.
Absolutely.
It's going to be shredding. This is going to be a lot of good stuff. You got Bill, the OG Stinger, all right, out there with his family. Love seeing him shred. Dude,
We got Spencer coming out, absolutely showing up too. We got a lot of drivers.
I want to say, out of every year, I always try to find a story to follow, and I want to say Bill is probably the story I've been following this year the closest.
Okay.
Because it's just the comeback kid coming out here just shredding and not being afraid of anybody, just here to have fun. Also, Nick Ward. Nick Ward, I'm always excited to see him out here and kill tires, but then you have some new people come out that you've never heard before probably, and then they just shred in on ProAm series, and you're like, where'd they come from? So,
well, you got De Silva out here that's coming out and absolutely throwing in. He runs in practice. You see him come through and he gets his first win out on the first battle. But then, you know, he goes against somebody that's a little bit more well-known, has their car a little bit more put together, has that mental space that we were talking about before, and just gets a win. And so now he's getting to go, okay, I've gotten that seat time, I've gotten that practice. Let's go ahead and see how we can run it back and try to get some points on the board.
Another person too, Nathaniel Jordan, with that Mustang.
That's the people's champion from last event.
Yeah,
100%.
he's freaking out there just shredding and not afraid to throw down a good lap for people. And also, we can't forget Pedro Segnini.
I was talking about him all day.
Dude, he's been absolutely killer. Seeing how he's been performing, he has a smile on his face. He's enjoying the Pro-Am series.
And what did I say? He's younger. He's going to be more aggressive, and he's going to come in. And what did he do? Verbatim, came in and was aggressive. Got a little bit further on in the seating bracket than what you would normally have matched up against. Got some people out of the way that you weren't expecting. So really, it's anybody's game. A lot of great drivers out here. HHR Hiring Solutions, always a good one. Those tire companies out there too. We got the mean face over here for Mean Mug, remember?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of inside stuff that we'll talk about and we'll bring you guys back into. But while you're looking at all the cars leave, I just want to give a big shout out to all the staff members that really make this happen. All the crew, all the videographers, and everybody that's behind the scenes that nobody really ever gets to see on camera. We're lucky enough to be on camera every now and then, but in the reality, these guys are putting in hours and hours of work every single week to get this kind of event to run.
Yeah, the production team is fantastic, and they always are trying to figure out ways to improve. The media people, they're out there sweating their tuchus off, and they're actually enjoying the environment, the scene, the drifting, and as well as I was talking to one of the media guys. He's like, I know where the perfect spots are to get the perfect pictures.
Oh yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Let's talk about our location. We're normally in the judges' tower, and so we've been announcing now. You've been announcing this event, I believe, 3 or 2 years coming on, right? I've been doing it since the start. So very happy to be with US Drift Circuit. Love to see it grow. This is our 4th year. We've been coming to Sebring nonstop. I've personally been coming to Sebring for the last 7 years with Chris Jackson and all of them, with the events that he's been putting on. He's been putting them on longer than that. So a lot of history with this, and really we just are here to have a good time and have a lot of fun, which we're super excited about.
Oh, yeah.
But with that being said, I got sidetracked. We're now no longer in the judges' tower. So we're not interrupting the judges. We get to be a little more animated, a little bit more excited. We're not having to whisper when they're judging and stuff like that. We're getting the call into our ear, so there might be some times when we focus and we kind of think, because it's kind of hard to have 3 to 4 different audios coming in at the same time. But we're going to be doing everything we can and translating to give you guys the full story. Get you guys the inside scoop. Tell you guys about the driver problems that we've been seeing. The Savio issues with the clutch. We're going to be talking about Duarte's fly-by-wire coming off. You know, he was unable to fix that in the early stages of the seating bracket, which made it to where other people were able to move on. So a lot of big hitters that are going to come out in the seating bracket. We're going to see big shakeups just from those 2 drivers alone.
And especially with the points, you have Colette Davis. She's not running in her car, her normal car. She's actually going to be running in the rental Drift HQ
She's
car.
in the drift car,
So
and that car is very capable. I've been next to it. We've driven South Carolina with that car, so it is a more than capable car, and she is more than a capable driver. So we're going to be seeing a lot of aggression from her. And what did she get? What was the place she got? She was top 3, I know for sure. Did she get 3rd or?
Last round, I believe she got 3rd place.
Okay,
I believe so.
So I remember her getting
I know
on the
she
podium.
was podium.
Yeah, it gets blurry. It was a late night. We were there for over 20 hours personally.
Yeah.
Oof, that was a rough event.
It was rough to the point. It was long, and when we talk about rough, it's like when we deal with these events, we're out there.
Not rough in a negative event, just on our bodies mentally and all the work that goes into it. That's all.
Especially like yourself, you're the pit man. You're the guy that talks to all the drivers as well. And I go to the pits. I'm walking that track. All the pits were on the drag strip, so. I thought it was a 1/4 of a mile, but everybody's like, it's an 1/8. I'm like, I walked up down that strip so many times, I felt like a 1/4 of a mile. So.
For sure.
But
you definitely did more than a 1/4 mile of walking that day, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. But right here, the layout, you'll see on the track, you'll see 4 outer zones. So what we're seeing the struggle some drivers are having is going from outer zone 1 to outer zone 2. And some of them aren't getting that right transition so they could fit their car, the back tires, into outer zone 2. We've seen a couple of drivers flirt with disaster and be a smooth criminal with the cones on outer zone 2.
Absolutely knock them the heck out of here.
It's insane.
What's funny enough is I feel like you might have skipped what's actually caused more issues for people. We thought the issue was going to be 1st to 2nd. The real issue is 1st zone.
Yeah.
We're having more than 5 cars coming out of the zone just because they hit the rumble strip, their cars go through, they just don't have it, and they just go off track. And it's a chase situation where it's hard on the chase driver because they're going off track, and do I follow them off track, or are they going to spin? Are they going to lose power? Am I going to hit them? What am I doing to save my car? And there's a lot of things that go on, you know?
Man, it's been an exciting event. We're going to be getting towards the cooler temperatures today. We were in the middle of the hottest of hot of the day, when noon is the peak heat you're going to get most of the time.
Now we're getting a little windy, so sorry about the camera shake. I'm going to actually hold on to the canopy because that's where this is hooked up to try to make it shake a little bit less. We don't need to bring the height into it yet, okay? If you want me to start making the short jokes at you, we can, okay?
But it's been great. I've been loving this angle too. We're right next to outer zone 2. So we see the initiation coming in, and if you had a camera, if you wanted to imagine pictures of a drift event or drifting in tandem, we just look to our left on outer zone 1, and it's just a perfect angle.
So I'm going to do what all drift car drivers do. So they're like this, and then they, you know, but really, realistically, they're coming from that chase, and they're doing that transition, and they transition through the smoke, and it's just perfect. Cinema.
It's insane. But now, before we even get to our first battle, we want to thank the sponsors, Redline Synthetic Oils. If you need oils, by all means, go to Redline and check them out. They're really good. They are our title sponsor for the series.
It's actually who both of us use for our cars. We both use them in our transmissions. So tried, true, tested, championship proven. So if you're needing an oil for your transmission, just get the right weight and have a good time. And
then you have Autosports Engineering, Florida business. It's fantastic. If you ever need some parts for your engine and any engineering parts for there, definitely check them out as well.
Great call service as well. If you need to get them on the phone, they're going to be there. One of my favorites, Drift HQ, always there in the pits for me. At 3 separate events, they have made me be able to go back on track once in a competition. So without Drift HQ, most of these drivers wouldn't be on track. It is the destination. It is the last second preparation. It's the 2 months ahead of time preparation. They've got it. They're going to get it to you. And they even bring the vans out a lot to events to really help people out.
And also Kenda Tires, a tire sponsor for our U.S. Drift Circuit. Yeah, BC Racing, Kansei Wheels. As well as for safety, OMP.
Gotta be safe.
You got to be safe with these drift cars because you never know what could happen there. But we're going to get to our first battle here. And it's going to be Tyler Hess versus Harry Spencer. Harry Spencer with the Beast Coast livery. And then you have Tyler Hess. Last round he said he was trying to get the original Taco Bell kind of cup livery.
Were you able to print those out?
And we're going to get ready. Tyler Hess is going to be in the lead. Harry Spencer is going to be in the chase.
All right, here we go. And we're going to send it. And we could do our Jared DeAngia impersonations. Are you ready?
Okay.
I'll do mine first, then you'll do on the next one. All
Okay.
right. Let's get ready to send it! That's the last time I'm going to do that. Don't
Okay.
worry. Here we go into the first zone.
And you have Tyler Hess coming in with a nice outer zone. Beautiful fill out on one tire in, one tire out. Transition to outer zone 2, and a great fill out. Harry Spencer is a little bit lost in the smoke. Now he needs to reel in the proximity as Tyler Hess hits that inner clip. Going to transition to outer zone 3.
Going off
And
track.
oh man, one tire off track from Harry Spencer on outer zone 3. But great lead lap from Tyler Hess. Here we go. We're going to look at this replay here. I wonder what happened with Harry Spencer going from outer zone 2 to inner clip. It looks like he was coming in hot, got lost in the smoke a little bit, and then transitioned late, and then that made him go off track a little bit. But man, oh man, first battle of the day.
What a battle that was, too. Spencer really coming in on this one, getting a lot of proximity gained from this initiation. Like you said, lost in the smoke, but still plowed into it. Didn't care. Was like, I'm going to get in there. I'm going to chase it down. That touch and go has been thing, but he did over transition and just 2 wheels off there on that side. Really not what the judges are going to be looking for at all. But we're going to go ahead and see him on this next run. Looks like his bumper's about to be coming off. But who cares, right? It's just a bumper.
We have a second lap of this battle, and Harry Spencer is going to be in the lead. Tyler Hess in the chase. And I want to thank the crowd out here that has been here throughout the day, through the hot, through the sweating humidity. But it's going to get cooler, I promise. Here we go. We're waiting for the lights for Harry Spencer's lead run.
While we're waiting for him, I do want to go ahead and shout out thanks to Link ECU. Definitely the management system that FD has been with now for 2 years. No issues at all every time I've used a Link. Excited to be working with them again this year, and I know that half the field has them. But here we go. Let's go ahead and watch this run. I'll let you take it away, Tiny.
Here comes Harry Spencer stepping left and then stepping right all the way into that first. Oh, he falls out of outer zone 1 early and goes to outer zone 2, but he just overcommits. He goes off track. You have Tyler Hess in the chase, just giving him room so he could get back on track. I do love the character of
Yeah, that was very polite. He could have easily continued to go, and that's maybe what the judges would have wanted out of him.
Yeah.
But he did allow him to come back on track because it looked like that's what he was going to do. It's better than being in the location and the driver getting impeded, even though he's gone off track. You can see him, though, on his transition here, completely different line. You know, obviously he doesn't want to chase that line there, but stays in drifts, allows him to get back in and just jumps right back in and says, hey, let's go. I know you can drive. Let me get right back behind you.
Yeah, it's something with these drivers. If they go off track and then they go back on track and keep drifting, I appreciate that more. Because
we're all party animals out here.
Yeah.
So with that being said, Tyler Hess gets the win and is moving on out of the 32 bracket. I know Spencer is beating himself up inside 2 errors there. Him as a driver, we haven't even seen those kind of errors all day from him. But this is what competition is. It's putting you on the spotlight, and what are you going to do when you're under pressure?
Yep. And then now we have our next battle coming up, Paulo Mota versus Nathaniel Jordan. 2 Mustangs going to be out there shredding.
Oh, absolutely. And I think one of them's on Kansei Wheels, one of our sponsors out there, which is always great. I know Taxi Garage, I've seen all the guys when they're resetting the cones and everything on the crazy carts, so that's always great.
You got them in the bob. Oh, that's
Wait a minute, you said it was different cars. This looks like Andrew Grindle coming up.
Yeah, it looks like they
Andres.
switched. They skipped the battle. Andrew Grindle and Andreas Messner is coming up. So if you're following along with the bracket, we're on the left side of the bracket.
So, Tiny, just so you know, I just heard in from the radio, there was a 5-minute call made on the prior. So something's going on with one of the cars. They're going to go ahead and take their 5 minutes. They're going to put it on jacks if they need to, and then they're going to get a 5-minute timer to figure out their car, hopefully. That way they can be in on this next battle.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen drifting before, each team, each driver gets 1 5-minute call throughout the bracket. So they have the opportunity to, as soon as they put hands on the vehicle to try to fix something, that's when a 5-minute timer starts. Now, if that timer runs out, then they have to forfeit. Now, if there is contact, whoever's not at fault gets a 10-minute. And that's comes to a really intense battle of mechanics and just trying to get the car back up and running.
Absolutely.
But here we go.
That's the team aspect. But Andrew Grindle here in the lead position. Let's go ahead and see what we can make happen here. Coming through with a nice initiation, coming back in, filling the zone, but going off. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Andrew Grindle going off track, giving it to
Andreas Messner.
Yes, I didn't want to mispronounce his name. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Filling it out, and he's going to continue his run. Andrew's going to go back to the start, knowing that he's going to go ahead and go into a chase position. What do you think happened there?
I had to see the drone replay. I probably hit the rumble strips and made him understeer. I'm not too sure. It just something uncharacteristic.
A little overcommitted, maybe somehow.
Comes
but
in,
initiation's fine, and
yep,
then it just
understood.
washes out.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Looking in here to the end of the outer zone 1 here.
I mean, he does what he needs to do. He gets out of the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, somewhere along the line, I don't know if he lost power. I don't know.
His tires are straight too.
What's going on? Yeah, no, he's full angle.
And then
straight. Then tries to straight because he's trying to drive out of it. I think he loses power.
That's unfortunate. He was talking about how his car was overheating today.
Yeah, no, he had. I think he battled. I don't believe it was him, but he battled someone else 2 or 3 times. With it one more time.
It was Andrew Grindle and Paolo Mota.
So coming across the radio again, Andrew Grindle now calling his 5-minute. Car seems to be driving, but something's clearly wrong, and he wants to go ahead and give himself the advantage. That's so unfortunate because he did so well in the seating bracket. He just got the car re-liveried. He did a great job over in mid-pond when he was going. I mean, that's a fun car, and to see it not compete would be really sad.
The next battle coming up here will be Wellington da Silva versus Christian Nelson. Christian Nelson shredding during the seating bracket.
Oh, yeah.
Getting a 4th place, but still absolutely insane. But now we have, going back to the battle before, Paolo Mota and Nathaniel Jordan. They're in the bob.
We're not letting the bob be a thing.
It's going to be a thing. You're eventually going to say it.
I said it before as a joke one time. He's talking about the burnout box, ladies and gentlemen. It is, don't let the bob become a thing, okay?
And enjoy it. The bob.
I feel like I'm in Mean Girls. Like, fetch isn't going to be a thing.
I never watched Mean Girls,
to
be honest.
You need to go watch it. No.
I'm good.
No, it's so funny.
They're coming out with a new Freaky Friday.
So you know one of the actresses in Mean Girls was Lindsay Lohan, enough to bring it up because, you know, Freaky Friday and Lindsay Lohan. So you've seen it.
Oh, no, I was just thinking about Freaky Friday. What? Remember when?
That makes no connection.
Well,
makes no
Paolo
sense.
Mota right there. He had Nick Ward's face.
Oh, the face swap.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Nathaniel Jordan and Paolo Mota. Here he comes. The first lap of this battle. Nathaniel Jordan with that older generation Mustang. He's keeping a mid-line on the track, missing outer zone 1. And going to outer zone 3. All the way out. Now he's going to drive into the first flip. A little bit of a correction, punch that inner cone, and then going to outer zone 3, bailing that out as well. Great job by Nathaniel Jordan being able to reach those zones, but he did miss the first outer zone.
Yeah, unfortunately, definitely, like you said, taking a midline like we saw before. Maybe it wasn't a strategy back then. Maybe that is what the car is capable of.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely a limitation. You can see he gripped up rather and put almost 2 wheels off there, taking that in a clip. Filling the zones purely because that's where the car naturally was, and then sitting in it. Did a good job with the chase here as well. Can't wait to see, the roles reversed and see that Mustang go unleashed, because you can see him hold back a little bit and pull that throttle in.
Well, now these drivers do have spotters, and I'm hoping the spotter is telling them that, hey, we just need you to hit every zone. Don't be too aggressive. Don't be too flashy. It's still the top 32 battles. One of my favorite drivers, Sam Hubinette and Tanner Faust, they always had the championship mentality. They never go 120% on top 32. They'll go about 90%, then they'll raise it up increments. Until the final battles, that's when you throw 120.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to have that mentality in the Pro-Am level if you want to make it further. Also, having fun. They always had fun driving, too. So.
Oh, absolutely. But, hey, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're not putting 100% in and you lose in the top 32,
yeah,
that hurts.
It does. But coming in the second half of this battle, Paolo Mota and Nathaniel Jordan. Nathaniel Jordan is in that white Mustang. Paolo Mota in the red Mustang. Newer gen versus older gen, and here we go. Paolo Mota, no bumper. You just see the insides underneath the hood coming out here. Oh, he takes a midline similar to Nathaniel Jordan. But then goes to outer zone 1 and 2. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Oh, he rotated. Oh no. That was a rough lap for Paolo Mota.
So, yeah, let's rewind a little bit. We look at the initiation, and we're looking at, is that the Mustang line in the middle of the crowd? I mean, what's going on here? They're completely missing the first zone, finding the second zone, but burying in it, both of them, him going in a little bit more, and instead of finding that pin, he actually goes almost off track on the bounds for wide. So definitely a very interesting run, definitely not something that he was trying to put together. Hopefully we can see one of these two drivers figure it out, because one of them is moving on.
Yeah, for sure. And it comes into what was a more chaseable lead. I'm pretty sure the judge is going to be looking at. Right here, going from outer zone 2 into inner clip, that doesn't seem chaseable. He slows down so much, almost parks it.
It's difficult, but we also have the prior lead going super far in, hitting the point and sending it. So the judges are going to have a hard time there, and I don't think they're going to want to send it for one more time.
Oh, Nathaniel Jordan gets the win and moves on. Great job for Nathaniel Jordan.
The people's champion from Fuel Fest. Make some noise for him, ladies and gentlemen. He is making it happen.
And now we have our next battle going to be coming up to the line.
Oh, we got some music.
Yeah, someone in looks like a golf cart. You have Wellington Da Silva versus Christian Nelson. Christian Nelson is going to be in the lead in that Z, and Wellington Da Silva is in that BMW.
Christian really showing up today, absolutely putting on heaters of the runs. One of my favorite runs of the day was with Christian. So very excited to see it again, and obviously holding it down for the Z-Boys.
Here he goes. Christian is in the lead. RTS title sponsor right there on this car, and going into that first outer zone, lighting off the tires and getting a good fill out, transitioning to outer zone 2, and he flirts with outer zone 2, but it looks like he over rotates.
Gosh, he almost bagging it.
Oh no.
What is going on? Overcooked into it and somehow held it together. Man knows how to drive, but wish he would have entered into the corner a little bit different.
Yeah, that's a huge mistake for Christian. Looking at this replay, does a great job on first outer zone.
Yeah, does a handbrake entry and filling the zone completely. Like you said, lit up the tires perfectly fine. Good transition period coming over, gets at the end, but just holds on to it a little bit too long. And he really wanted that inner clipping point, I guess. I don't know. He tracked it down. He did not straighten, but man, would that be hard to chase.
Yeah, that's for sure. And so with the drifting, professional drifting, if you've never seen it before, they do have pit crews and that works on the car. You have the driver, but you also have a spotter. There's a spotter's nest a little bit further down from us, being able to overlook the whole track. and they have radios in their headsets, so they'll be able to communicate with the driver, let them know what happened and what didn't, and to try to make the next lap even better.
Well,
But,
coming in from St. Lucie, he's going to go ahead and take the lead here. And Tiny, go ahead and let us know what you think about that BMW.
Wellington De Silva coming in with initiation, taking a midline, and not even getting to that first outer zone, but he's playing it safe. Gets out of the zone and misses it, as well as going all side wide, transitioning to outer zone 3 and missing that completely.
Wow.
What is going on with Wellington De Silva's car?
That is not what we were seeing earlier today in practice. We were seeing have some issues that he was working out, but that was worse than the Mustang line. He didn't find the zones at all.
No.
I mean, if you rewatch here, initiated, I mean, just didn't let the car back up into the zone, throwing down smoke, but not throwing the right amount of angle to back it up. And then looks like we're going off track here with at least a tire, and then stays right in the middle again of it with the shallowest line possible to stay in the zones. That's going to be a 0 technically.
Yeah.
On filling zones and stuff like that, because he just did not find a single one. For the chase though, chase car did a great job mimicking angle, great transition coming up. Definitely took a chance here at the end, not knowing what he was doing going off zone. And the 350Z getting the win, moving on. Absolutely going to be putting on a show. Very excited to see. They're going to point him here soon for the RTS 350Z getting the win. Apparently he didn't hear the radio call, but there it is. Your winner.
No, man. Now, next battle after this will be Matt Schulman and Nathaniel Jimenez.
Matt Schulman coming off the seeding bracket with a win against Nick Ward. Very much together. His back is killing him, is what we were hearing Matt Schulman complain about earlier. And he actually had to change the gearing in his quick change because he just was not able to put things together earlier in practice. And now he's figured it out, obviously. Been very good. Probably one of the most consistent on entries today. Now, hopefully I'm not saying that to jinx him. We have the mean FRS 86 or Scion or Toyota or whatever it is. It's an 86 platform. Let's go ahead and see what goes on here.
All right, Matt Schulman in the lead and Nathaniel Jimenez in the chase coming out here. And Matt Schulman doing a great job all day, and he does a fantastic job using some left foot brakes so he can stay in that zone. And then transitioning to backfiring that car. Nathaniel Jimenez is trying to get the proximity, and he's getting lost in the smoke a little bit, falling behind. Man, Matt Schulman going to each zone and just laying tires out.
Goodness, fast as could be, too, running through that. Now, I know we didn't mention this earlier, but Sarah, which sung our national anthem for us, is actually going to be doing some interviews with some of the drivers when she gets a chance to stop them. That'll be coming in probably a little bit later when these drivers are available and are excited to go ahead and share some feedback. I know that you guys really liked that from the last couple rounds, so we're bringing it back again today.
All right, we're having Matt Schulman cruising along past us. Going back to the starting line. Nathaniel Jimenez giving himself a fist bump. He's enjoying every moment of it.
Win or lose, they're having fun, and that's what matters. These replays provided by Redline. Super excited to have them this year.
Yeah, it's a very big partnership with Redline, and I'm super excited to have them along. But look at Matt Schulman. He's been using the whole track all day.
Yep.
And it's fantastic to see just how he knows where to put the lines down. This is his favorite layout. Now you're going to have him in the chase. He's going to be following Nathaniel Jimenez. And here we go. We're waiting for the lights here. And first-time viewers for drifting, there is a chicane for the start drivers. So it's not a drag race to the first outer zone, but here comes Nathaniel Jimenez, stepping right, stepping left, and then keeping a midline and flirting with outer zone 1. And then transitioning to outer zone 2. Beautiful fill out there. Look at Matt Schulman just trying to read what Nathaniel Jimenez is going to do. A synchronized transition right there as Matt Schulman gets close proximity to Nathaniel Jimenez. Oh my goodness.
Great job here. As you can see, Schulman stays composed. He waits. No. So sorry, things are moving around. So Schulman doing a great job chasing over here and does a great job transitioning right onto his door, putting the proximity in, letting him cook the tires. He's actually expecting him to go a little bit deeper in because that's where the line is, but yeah, no, doing a great job.
Man, we're waiting for the judges here. And Matt Schulman gets the win and moves on. Great job from Matt Schulman here.
Matt Schulman, the Terminator.
The Terminator.
I don't know. The Schulmanator. Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to remember. I was like, what was his nickname?
The Schulmanator.
Yeah, the Schulmanator, man. That was a while ago, but we've been friends for a long time. He's actually a really good dude, really putting his work out here.
All right, we have our next battle coming up here. It's going to be Duarte versus...
Excited to see the car back.
With John Temple, but I think they had to skip. We're actually going
back
to the Andrew Grindle and
which
Andreas
called
Messner.
a 5 minutes.
Yes. So this is the second half of this battle, which Andrew Grindle was having some issues. He fell off of outer zone 1, went 4 tires off, called the 5 minute. Here comes Andreas Messner in the lead on the on-point G right there, coming out here. Nice initiation, going to that first outer zone, able to fill it all the way out, use some left foot brake so he can keep in there, but then transitioning to outer zone 2, and able to touch the outer zone, going to inner clip 1, beautiful, as he fills it all the way out, transitioning to outer zone 3, misses it completely, now all the way to outer zone 4, and completely misses it as well.
The sun has gone down, gone a little quieter.
All right, we have Andreas Messner right there, able to hit that first outer zone, transitioning to outer zone 2. Maybe you slow down a little bit? What are you thinking, Dustin?
So I'm definitely trying to rewatch it here because Messner just was doing a good job, and then in this outer zones, these last 2 just was not on the spot. I don't think it's going to be anything that's going to change the judge's mind on who's got the win, though.
Yeah.
We're talking about a lead versus a lead, an unchaseable run. So I do believe Messner's going to get it. But watching it, Grindle really was putting the work in and wants to be here. He has a great program. He's been busting his butt. He's going all over the state and all over the country, actually, to go into competitions. It's unfortunate to see him get knocked out over a simple mistake like that, but that's drifting, and that's what competition's all about.
And Andreas Messner gets the win, moving on to the top 16 here. And now we have our next battle, Duarte Viana.
So, yeah, John Temple.
A rematch.
So, literally, a rematch. We did have some damage. It's a brand new car for Duarte. Literally just finished it. I hadn't even seen it green yet because it's all the carbon Kevlar body kit stuff from what I remember. So yeah, brand new car. John Temple's going to be taking the lead position here. Opposite of what we did before. We actually had Duarte in the lead position. He lost power, and Temple trying to not wreck into him, still gave him a little love tap. So
Temple doing a good job avoiding wrecks today too. But here we go. We have John Temple, the Rocket Man, in the lead, and Duarte Viana in the chase. Two Army vets locked and loaded to throw down here at Sebring. John Temple coming in with a weight transfer initiation.
Duarte
goes off track, and then here comes John Temple transitioning. Fill out, able to get that aggression in. And then hitting that inner clip. Duarte falling a little bit behind. Now he's massaging the angle to aim that proximity as close as possible to
and this is what we were expecting out of Duarte, though. There at the end, you see what he can do, and I'm not sure what's going on with his car that is preventing him from being able to put this initiation into place. But we look at this replay by Redline and come in. John Temple sits it down, and for some reason, Duarte's car really just wants to back up in it. He gets lost in the smoke, doesn't know what's going on. No one's more upset with this situation than himself. He is very hard on himself, and he knows that he can do it. So he's going to put down a heater of a lead, I can tell.
And now we're going to go to Sarah real quick here.
All right, we're here with Andres Messner. How are you feeling? I heard you had a bunch of trouble earlier.
I did. Practice didn't go as well as we thought, but you know what? We never gave up. Andrew's a great driver. He did a really good job, but looks like the judges leaned to our favor, and we got the win.
Hell yeah, well, get ready for top 16, dude.
Well, thank you so much, Sarah, for getting that intel for us. He really was having a whole lot of issues. He was overheating a lot, and going through practice just wasn't going his direction. But now here he is, getting a win off of Andrew Grindle, and that's a big win. You know, now we're looking at Duarte versus our man over here in camo. Let's go ahead and see who puts it together, John Temple or Duarte. Let's see this chase.
All right, then Duarte coming in with a nice initiation, a little clutch kick, e-brake drag right there as getting into the first out of zone. John Temple is falling behind Duarte. Duarte punching the outer zones on 2, then diving into the inner clip, good fill out, and then aggressively getting into outer zone 3. Duarte putting out a stellar lead lap, leaving John Temple in the dust right there.
Genuinely think he went out there to put out as much smoke as possible.
Yeah.
You can see the what's up with his flick, very controlled, making sure that he doesn't go over that zone. He actually just puts it in just enough and then comes around on this transition, banging out those 2 pillars there, coming in for the touch and go, absolutely killing on the inner clip, coming through this outer zone, fills it. Just an absolutely great lead. Nothing more he could have done for himself. Unfortunately, not having a chase to be judged against, it's going to be really hard for it to go any direction besides our man over here in camo.
That was an insane lead lap.
Yeah, no, he was angry for sure.
Yeah. And it looks like John Temple gets the win and moves on. And now we're going to have our next battle coming up. John Temple going to the top 16.
Now we're going to have him in the burnout box getting ready right now. Sarah's going to see if she's going to be able to stop John Temple to go ahead and check on that soldier.
The next battle is Bill Stinger and Pedro Sanguini. And then will be one more battle on the left side. It will be Tom Mermond versus Colette Davis after
so
this.
Here comes someone you've been talking about for a while, and then there's Pedro coming in too. So, like, what do you expect to see out of this? We've got someone that's coming back into the scene, correct?
Yeah, he's been Stinger has been Bill Stinger's been doing absolutely insane things, coming from the OG days of Florida drift scene, and now you have this young up and comer
for sure, Pedro. Yeah, which has gotten some third places from what I remember.
Yeah, and it's cool to see this matchup because you have a man that's here that's saying, hey, let me see how I'm matching up to the new guys out here in the drift scene.
And then he gets the new guy.
Yeah, exactly. So it's cool to see this kind of battle. And when we're looking at these battles, I look at drifting more like gladiator battles.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. We actually have somebody ready for an interview.
Oh.
John Temple's ready for Sarah Harrow right now. Let's go ahead and shoot it over to her.
All right, how was that battle for you?
It was just great to get in a proper battle with Duarte. I know he had issues during our seating, and it was just good to get some clean runs in with him. That car is a rocket ship. Left me in the dust, but looking forward to continuing to progress on and see if we can take down some more guys.
Awesome, sounds good. Well, you got this, dude. Have fun.
Well, thank you so much, Sarah. I'm sorry to interrupt your gladiators, but
yeah.
your rocket man just talked about a rocket ship of a car. Look at that.
Yeah, sappers forward. So, yeah, it's a gladiator battle. I look at drifting more like gladiator battles of just machinery. And it's so cool to see it, especially if you go to OSW. If you see our final round is going to be there, you're in basically a small little coliseum in a sense.
Oh, for sure. The oval is a monster in itself, and it knows how to eat cars and men.
Yeah.
No, it really does.
Yeah.
Those walls are mean. But here we go. Pedro putting down a smoke. All right, guys, live stream is back up. I do apologize greatly about that. I actually tripped on a cable, even though it was 110 feet away from me. But we're back now, and we're here to party. Tiny, who's going up next?
All right, you have Colette Davis and Tom Mermond. Tom Mermond, unfortunately, is having some car issues.
Yep, we were covering that before the live feed went off, so not quite sure. But Colette's going to go ahead and get a buy run here. Tom actually got lined up behind her, broken CV axle, and it's going to go ahead and just cross the line for the points. Colette out here in the rental, going to go ahead and get some practice and really just get familiar with this rental car.
Golly, that initiation for Colette Davis was insane.
Spicy.
Oof. Coming in here and just snapping right to angle, being aggressively stanced throughout the first outer zone and then transitioning to outer zone 2. She was a little bit shallow on 4 and 3, but you see Tom Mermond right there. He did break a CV axle, but look at Colette Davis coming in here.
Oh, yeah.
Diving into that inner clip. One tire
So,
off, but
I think she just set herself up a little wrong there.
yeah.
That's what took her out of getting into these zones here. And she touches it at the very end, but it's hard when you're thinking and you're used to your line. You don't have an aerial view of your car. You know, this isn't Assetto and view 3. This is, you know, first view, first person. You can see your wheels and hands, and that's about it. So
Yeah.
Tom with a broken axle is limping his Corvette off of the track.
There, right. See Tom Mermond coming out here, just,
He could have exited right there.
yeah, he's limping along.
Oh, sorry.
Give
my
him a
mic is
wave. We love
Hi,
you, Tom.
Both of us. All right, so finally, Sasha in the correct spot and going against Eric again. How do they keep getting matched up against each other?
This right here is insane. You got Sasha Ironsides Prospero, and then you have Eric the Fireball Nogueira.
You just love giving nicknames.
Look, Sasha, you could put it to his door and he's unfazed. He's just
He
straight
100%
Ironsides.
is. I've been there.
So it's insane. And then you have Eric the Fireball Nogueira. Eric's drift style, I always say, it's kind of like a samba. All right, it's really rhythm.
So what's funny is I'm actually going to Cali, Colombia, where salsa
Oh yeah, I got
was
to teach you something.
was made.
Yeah.
Apparently, I saw that in the brochure. I'm not even gonna joke. Wow, you read the brochure. But here we go, Sasha, absolute monster. Eric, a great competitor here as well. Let's go ahead and see what he does. Sasha putting down the smoke, already coming into that zone. Nice initiation, filling out that first zone. Eric stuck into his side, not giving him a chance to make a little wavering there and a correction on the line, which pops him out of the pocket. Sasha, unfazed, like you said, coming through and filling out that third and fourth zone, coming through. Eric trying to chase him down, but a little too late. Unfortunately, we saw a huge bobble in between zone 1 and 2.
Right there.
What happened?
I think Eric was seeing Sasha come up real quick when he was surging into that pocket. We'll look at this replay again from the beginning, but the initiation was beautiful from both of them. And then you see right here, you see that jab with the left foot brake.
It's before that, actually. So they're cutting the camera a little early.
Yeah.
What I saw was the correction of line earlier in the transition before filling into the second zone. And it really just set him up for a bad angle. He tried to fix it again with that brake, and unfortunately, it just had him back up too far. And Sasha's taking a nice, tight, and tidy line in there, and that's something the judges have been asking for. You need to make this make sense.
Yeah.
You have to go from zone 2, get your nose of your car into this zone, and go.
Yeah.
You know, so.
It's Sasha does a great job. I'm actually excited. I would like to see Sasha and Matt Shulman battle.
Oh, I mean,
That would be insane.
they're both monsters.
And Matt Shulman's doing a great job using the whole track the whole time. But I'm not saying that I want Eric Nogueira to lose. No, but it's just saying on this layout itself, if I were to pick 2 drivers, I would love to see those 2 drivers, Sasha Prospero and Matt Shulman.
So, funny enough, I actually ran into Sasha at Harbor Freight in Orlando because we live really close to each other. So, very funny. But here we go. I'm going to let you go ahead and announce for Eric the Fireball Nogueira here.
Here he comes, coming in with a nice initiation, lock it to angle, getting to the first outer zone, lighting off the tires, liquid iron sides, getting close proximity right off the lip, and now he's going to reel him in as Eric the Fireball Nogueira hits outer zone 2, hits inner clip. Sasha is transitioning the same time as Eric the Fireball Nogueira, and now here comes Sasha, falling a little bit behind in the proximity, but able to keep a nice mirrored line from the Eric the Fireball Nogueira.
Yeah, no, great run by both of them. Sasha not wanting to give him an inch, actually transitioning just a hair after him and just getting nice proximity in that first zone. Carries it over the transition, still a little bit wider, but says, oh, let me tuck up this line just a little bit and expect him to go through this line. Not a waver, not a bit of change through zone 2 to zone 3. An amazing job from the chase driver, trusting the lead car driver is going to go exactly where he predicts him to, and he did, which means Eric's just not negatively to say, predictable, which is good. It means he's consistent. So great job from both drivers. I think the judges are going to have a decision here soon now.
Yeah, it's the lead versus lead. They're both great leads, but chase for chase, it looks like Sasha is going to be doing a better.
Yeah, and with that being said, Sasha Prospero gets the win, moving on, beating Eric in the Corvette. Did an absolutely amazing job, and it's really going to come down to that lead versus chase, that chase versus lead. Wow, I said that dyslexic as could be, but they both had great runs, and honestly, it's hard to see two competitors knock each other out so early in the top 32, but when you have a bracket this filled with talent, that's what's going to happen.
Now we have Lee Yearwood and Jackson Webb. Jackson Webb in the yellow Chevy Corvette. Lee Yearwood.
You wanted to say Little Red Corvette.
Yeah, I did.
I saw it. I saw it.
Just tongue twister. Now here we go. Lee Yearwood waiting for the lights to extinguish here.
Yeah, Monster Works out over in Melbourne area, doing a lot of work on a lot of cars. He's been doing a lot. This last event, he said he wanted to do just put down some smoke and have fun, and look, he's already doing it. So here you go, bud.
Here's Lee Yearwood coming into that first outer zone and locking in all the way through, 2 tires into that first outer zone. And going into outer zone 2, taking the fill out. Now he has to dive into the inner clip, and he does that absolutely spectacularly. Going to the outer zone 3 and then outer zone 4. Man, oh man, that is very much of a struggle for the chase driver. He was very far behind.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and see how this started, because when he first transitioned here, we see him not with a lot of angle, but not a lot of speed either. Not really sure what's going on with the car. Just looks like the pedal might be down, but it's not moving. And just Lee Yearwood slowly and steadily just getting further and further away. Putting down a great lead run, filling the zones, doing his job. But, you know, now we're talking really about the chase, because Lee puts it in, great, fills the first outer zone. We get it zone filled, but then it's just that bobble, and it looks like we're almost autocrossing the car out here.
Yeah, it looks like he was out of drift going from outer zone 1 to 2.
He's still at angle, but barely.
Barely any angle, I would say. But now we have them switching sides here.
Yep, hopefully he gives him a chance to, you know, put the kill tune on if he has one, and put that floor to the thing. Maybe he's just got a different gear, you know. A lot of these guys, like Lee, he has a quick change. That Corvette does not, from what I understand. So it's on a factory diff. You know, this track is higher speed, so it may be an in-between gears track for him. So he might be trying to fight for 4th gear, and the car can't handle it. I'm not sure.
Here we go. Lee Yearwood in the chase. Jackson Webb in the lead. And Jackson Webb comes out here and hits that first outer zone, 1 tire in, and then transitioning to outer zone 2. But he is not able to hit outer zone 2 and falls out of that inner clip. Lee Yearwood does a great job. Whoa! Bumper to bumper transition. Lee Yearwood, absolute maniac.
Yearwood didn't care that he already had the advantage going in. He said, I'm going to put it on his door. I'm going to drift onto the red line, finish line for red line oil. He's going to go hard. Wow. That transition, you can see him braking. You can see him slowing the car down, but like just barely. Little bit of like hesitation, throwing a little bit of angle, and he's like, oh, here we go. Perfect transition, dives in, and he's on the door. So great job on him. Good anticipation. He knew that he'd been taking a shallower line, and he definitely took advantage of it.
Man, Lee Yearwood slid into that pocket like someone sliding into DMs. Here we go.
What are you reading, my license plate?
Lee Yearwood to the left. Chris Webb on the web.
And not surprisingly, Lee Yearwood getting the win. Bam! Look at the lightning graphic. Here we go out here in sunny Florida, Sebring, Florida. Sebring's International Raceway. Doing an absolutely amazing job. I do want to thank again Drift HQ for being a part of this, as well as Auto Sports. You guys really put everything together for us, and we could not appreciate you guys anymore. So thank you so much for all your help.
Now we have Savio Silva versus Zach Chin.
So, Savio, been battling the car, clutch issues, some other stuff. they're going to go out here, and then this is his daily driver, the SN95, right? The Mustang. So that is his loaned-on car. That is what he drives every day.
Here he comes, Salvio Silva going to that initiation, going to that first outer zone. Zach Chin is trying to keep up with Salvio Silva. And man, Salvio Silva just grazes that outer zone clip.
Again, this is the second time he's done that.
Zach falls off course. And Salvio Silva is able to hit outer zone 3 and 4. Great fill out for Salvio.
Great job by Salvio. He absolutely killed it. He got the, you called it the Michael Jackson lean earlier on these cones here. He absolutely got him going, just barely touching him. And we're going to go actually bump it down to Sarah and go ahead and talk to Lee here, hopefully. Sarah, you available?
Yeah, it doesn't only say monster on the car, but in the driver's seat, there's a monster too. This guy is on point, and he's on the phone right now. But how do you feel?
I'm feeling really good. I was talking to my spotter now. I didn't get to talk to him, so he's yelling at me.
Well, I thought that was sick. You were on his door, going full ham. That's amazing, dude.
That's what we're here to do.
Awesome. Well, get ready for top 16.
That's awesome. No, he's over here. Tommy Two Phone's open here. He's got an interview going on. He's on the phone. He's doing all of that stuff. How's it going, guys? This is our normal height if we were standing up as well, so we've decided to sit down.
You ain't wrong.
We're actively sitting down right now. That's crazy. We look so small. Well, you look so small.
Here he goes.
Oh, my God.
Salvio Silva in the chase. Zach Chin in the lead. And here we are going.
Yep. This is his second round here with that Mustang. Let's go ahead and see what he does here. Initiates a little bit early, or a little bit late, actually, and in the middle, Savio doing what he can to transition. Oh, my goodness. Transition he does, but we've got a spin out. Stew. Okay.
The pucker factor was real.
Oh, I felt it because Savio did not pull back at all. We saw the initiation. We saw how it was going, and I was looking at the Mustang going, man, he's going to go a little bit slower here than Savio's car can. He's not on the line that Savio's line is, but Savio said, I'm still going to put it on you. So watch this replay here. Savio's like, yeah, okay, you're going to go in the middle of the road. That's fine. I'm going to transition a little early, and I'm going to dive in, and oh, the pressure got to you. You over-rotated, and you spun out. And Savio said, I don't want any part of that. I'm going to hang out in the smoke. I'm the smoke daddy. And went ahead and went over to the red line oil finish line. So
yeah, it's Zach has to use the, and it looks like Salvio Silva gets the win and moves on. Zach, he might not have them as much power as the other cars, but he just needs to use the weight and the momentum of that car.
So from my understanding, he's only been drifting for 7 months.
Yeah, since August.
Yeah, so very, very short amount of time. He made a full commitment. He had this Mustang and said, I don't care that I have payments on this. The bank might own it, but I'm going to make it a drift car. And I don't know if he paid it off or not, but that's hilarious to me. That's some energy. It looks like Savio still doesn't know that he won. I'm not sure if on the mic we need to retell him. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. So,
I think he's giving a thumbs up to Zach.
Or not. Hold on, let me go ahead and text him.
There it is. Salvio Silva gets the
there
win.
It is. The text message just went through. There's no way he heard it. He had to have found out. But winner graphic. Pow, ka-chow. Lightning McQueen up in this industry. So, yeah, Savio absolutely killed it there, but really big shout-out to him. A new sport to him. He said, I'm going to go ahead and build a car out to be competitive, and I'm going to join one of the most competitive series there is available in my area, and that's what he did.
Now you have two absolute maniacs, Nick Ward and Mitchell Rohr.
Mitchell has been putting it together. Nick getting second place. This is going to be one. This is something that we wanted to see maybe later in the bracket, but here we are in top 32 looking at what could be a top 8 or even a top finish battle.
You're getting some battles in top 32 that would be finals battles.
Oh, for sure.
But
that's why we do a seeding bracket. That's why we have a bracket in general with points based. So the higher the points are, the further along in the bracket you should be getting. But these guys very equally matched. Cannot wait to see what they do. Look at this height difference.
Yeah, well, yeah, you ain't wrong. But
oh,
it looks
we
like
got Savio available with Sarah. Sarah, are you available for us?
Sure are. How you feeling, Savio?
Fantastic, man. Fantastic.
It was looking good out there. Smoke Daddy for the win, and great observation there on just not following through on that last, the outer zone too there.
Yeah, well, I got to give him a lot of credit, He came to me, he introduced himself, and I told him he already took the first step is being out here. So I was actually applauding him there for being here. You know, it takes a lot of courage and a lot of hard work to be here. So, I mean, literally, I give it to him for being out here and driving with all of us.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. See you in top 16.
Something great that Savio just said that I really agree with is the coming out here. So something that our host over there, Sarah, did that I didn't do. She went out to clutch kickers within her first year of drifting.
Oh, really?
And she was competitive. She got to drive Emerald Coast back when it was at that track. And I vividly remember going, wow, she is out there putting it all on the line with her Mustang, where I'm over here thinking I need to kind of build up to it. And I said, you know what, as soon as that series back available, I'm going to be there first round, and that's what I did. So very excited. And it's cool because Savio is going to give that inspiration hopefully to someone here today or someone on the live stream that Sarah got to give to me way back in the day.
Yeah, I was talking to Zach earlier today, and he said usually I go to events and drive to him with his drift car, but with the Pro-Am series, how he knows he's going to beat it up, the Chris Duplessis trailer brought his car. So
oh, that's awesome.
It's awesome to see the community get together.
Well, here we go. Nick in the lead. I'm going to let Tiny take this one over.
Nick, the Fierce Ward in the lead, and Mitchell Roar in the chase. Nick goes into that first out of zone. Oh, Mitchell falls behind, and he needs to gain that proximity, and he does pull the line a little bit. Mitchell Roar does a great job into outer zone 2, hitting that enter clip, and Mitchell Roar coming in, transitioning at the same time as Nick Ward, going all the way into outer zone 3 and 4, and a great tandem from these two drivers.
What a great run. Mitchell out there absolutely being as aggressive as possible in the chase position, going against an absolute monster of Nick, which just got second place. He's out here to have fun, but starting even as far back as he did, he was somehow able to just get super close to him, and then perfect transition there, seeing it, not really cutting the line, finding the angle, and carrying it through into this touch, and oh my, great job. Only thing you could have asked for is a little bit closer proximity so he isn't having to chase so hard in the original initiation, but finding it and sticking to it right there, and just he was like, here's the pocket, I'm going to stay here.
I like how he made this approach. It's one of my favorite things about drifting. There's certain people that like to go side by side and try to stick it as close as possible, slinky effect, but the whole time on this lap, you just see Mitchell Roar proximity throughout each part of the lap and not slinking
and not sacrificing the angle to do it.
Exactly. And so it's something that I enjoy to see when drivers do this the right way. From my perspective, just reeling them in like a big old fish.
Absolutely. And I mean, Nick did a great job filling all the zones, doing exactly what he needs to and putting it on. We don't want to miss that opportunity. But here we go again. Let's go and see what they do when they switch positions.
And Mitchell Roar in the lead, coming in with a step right, step left, getting into that first outer zone and locking into angle. And look at Nick Ward all the way there, right in the pocket, on pace, just having fun, getting forward, right there, door to door with Mitchell Roar, getting fierce. Nick, the Fierce Ward, rubbing tires on the door, all the way through to outer zone 4.
Nick
Doors,
Ward
baby!
is here to have fun. He said it from the get-go, and he is trying to make sure the judge's job is not hard. He came in, and this is why you want to transition so much closer, in my opinion. It gave him the opportunity to sit, settle, get a good transition, charge forward while he was slowing down because he not over-rotated, but went a little bit deeper and just transition off the bumper, and right there, door to door, sat in there and just bullied that door as much as he could. What a great run. Holy cow. Run it. You know what, judges? Do it one more time so we can see it one more time.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That was absolutely diabolical.
Oh, he's out of the car. He's out of the car. He couldn't contain himself. He had to go say hi.
Hey, Nick, you should sign the tire mark on Mitchell's door.
Oh, Mitchell. Good run.
That was funny. I've seen other drivers, professional drivers, saying there was one with Dimitri Bruschi in OSW.
Oh, man.
And Rome signed the tire mark saying Rome was here.
Yeah, me and Chris Rios have signed each other's door marks before. We both had brand new liveried cars, brand new painted cars, and boom, 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 boom. So it's a hard one. The judges really deliberated on this. But Nick Ward gets the win and is moving on. He got second place in the seating, and he absolutely made it. One stunner of a run. Both of those drivers could have easily gone all the way, and Nick just got it today.
And honestly, Mitchell was like, you know what? We both earned that battle, and I'm not even mad that I lost.
Mitchell's spotter's over here, absolutely cheering at the fact that he is on top of him. That's the thing about this sport. We're excited when we do well. We're not upset that they had a killer run. We only hate it when we lose because there was a mistake. You know what I mean? When you have good runs and you lose that way, that's the best way to lose.
Look at this. We're going to watch this replay yet again. You see Mitchell Rohr doing a great job. And remember I was saying earlier, I like it when drivers start reeling them in. You see the surge right here with Nick Ward, and then stay there. And then he's like, you know what? I could get some more room. Come over here. Let me change your Spotify playlist. Go into outer zone 3, locking an angle, rubbing that tire on that door, and then get same angle all the way through outer zone 4.
And a great job for Mitchell, too, not letting it affect him. He still held angle. He still went through. So very, very excited. Now, Marco Jr. is coming up from Fort Myers. I'm not quite sure who he's going against here.
It's going to be
it's
a buy run.
Okay. So here we go in a buy run. Man's wearing an OMP, one of our sponsors, race suits in a dope purple. Couldn't say the other word because it's a family event.
Yeah. Well, Carlos Santos had to bow out. He had in car trouble, so we're going to have Marcio Jr. come in here.
Yep, track's clear. Judges are ready. It's a buy run. We should be sending it here any second.
Man, that battle before was insane. But let's let Junior let his car sing.
Little swan song action?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, man. Whew.
You know what? If he does that through competition, it's going to be hard to beat him.
Yeah, that was a great run. But
it's a very good run.
We do have Sarah with our driver here. Sarah, what's Nick Ward got to say?
What's up? I'm here with Nick Ward again today.
Well, obviously seating went well, and then now I got to battle my buddy Mitchell Rohr, and I know he's straight up, and I know he can rip, and then I also really love that when I did hit him, he stayed in it and was giving me a thumbs up through the passenger window.
Oh,
and that is like even the best part about that. Obviously winning is awesome, but that was probably one of the most fun battles I think I've ever had, and it was awesome to be able to do it with Mitchell. So on to 16 we go, and one battle at a time, and got the teams on point, and we're going to keep going.
Hell yeah, as long as you're having fun, dude.
Bora, bora.
To all the Brazilians out there, Nick's saying hi.
Nick.
So absolutely, very true. Keep drifting fun. That man's always out there to have fun. Speaking of fun, we have Chris coming up, going against Lucas, and Lucas is our youngest driver out here.
Mm-hmm.
You said he was 14?
15 years old. This young buck out here with that Z against Chris Duplessis. As Chris Duplessis is in here with that Chevy Corvette, coming in with a really early initiation. Look at Lucas getting right to angle, transitioning. Whoa! Chris is going way wide to try to keep up with Lucas as he's going to outer zone 3 and then going to outer zone 4. Beautiful line going all the way to it, but man, that was a messy chase from Chris Duplessis.
Yeah, Chris was all over the place, unfortunately. Very cool car, good guy. Just a little bit of too much excitement, it looks like. He had a lot of speed coming in, and he actually took angle to try to slow it down. Was not ready for those transitions, and it just set him up for a bad run here. It is what it is when you're chasing a little bit slower car. That Z is definitely not super slow,
no.
But it is having a hard time filling the zones, as you can see in the third and fourth zone. But he's able to get there. He is putting out a lead run, but that's one of the things that we were talking about in seeding. We had these chased where, hey, can you handle chasing a little bit slower car? Because he's settled. He's there. Is he throwing as much angle as he could? Maybe if he had more power? No. But he's out there doing exactly what he does as lead car. Just unfortunately, he had a hard time chasing it.
Yeah, he was doing the best that he was doing an absolute great job with what he has as power plant underneath that Z, but to see how he does in the chase against Chris Duplessis, so he has to keep up a good chase right here, and Chris has to do a bang up of a lead, and he is just unleashing smoke off the line going into his first outer zone. Huge Scandi flick going into that first outer zone, but I think it's too much of a flick. Then transitioning to outer zone 2. Beautiful fill out there. Oh no, he falls out of that zone, but then going to inner clip 1 and flirts with that, and then gets 1 tire in outer zone 3. Going to outer zone 4. Beautiful.
But something I'm going to say, he didn't run away from him.
No.
That Z stuck with him. Something he's done all day is he is burning out at the start. I just do not think that's what he needs to be doing. It is not translating well. This is the only time where I feel like he started to get away, but then he just held a weird angle a little too long, almost over-rotated, and just missed that zone for most part, and then finally found the last zone.
Man. Well, we'll have the judges look at it, see what lead versus lead, chase versus chase.
Definitely a tire off.
Yeah. With Lucas, he did have a great lead, and he had a pretty good chase. So compared to Chris Duplessis, he did make a lot of corrections in his chase.
So and Lucas does get the win in the 350Z 15-year-old moving on in this Pro-Am series. Talk about being out here and doing it. Man, absolutely coming out here to kill it. He can't even drive on the road legally without a parent or guardian in the passenger seat, and yet he is out here getting out of the top 32. What do you think about that?
That's awesome.
I'm sure Sarah's going to ask questions when he rolls through, so we'll make sure to shoot over to her when she's ready.
And we have Hayden Williams doing a bye run here.
Yep.
And then after that, it will be the final battle of our top 16.
Top 32?
Or top 32, excuse me, yeah. It will be Vincent Toledo versus Christian Catrone.
All right, so that finishes our bye runs, and Lucas is ready for Sarah. So, Sarah, what's going on with Lucas?
Yeah, I'm out here with Lucas. How you feeling right now?
Magical, you know. We have problems with my car in the training session. It was just incredible to win the battle. You know, I just feel magical.
Oh my goodness.
I have to say one thing. Mom, Dad, I love you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's adorable. Well, you're doing great. And how old are you again?
15.
Oh my gosh, you are killing it, dude. See ya.
Well, what an amazing thing. And obviously, you know, there is no support like a mother and a father out there. I mean, without our parents, there's no way we would be out here in occupation, you know. And then obviously we work our butts off to have the finances to do this kind of stuff, and he's out here making it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, what a great opportunity. Sarah's over here holding her heart because she loved it so much. It's gonna be but yeah, no, super excited. 350 on through, getting out of the 32. Now we got hitters out here. Christian Catrone, enough said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But here, I'm going to let you take this away and tell us all about it.
Yeah, Christian, the Heartbreak Kid, Catrone, and Vincent Toledo. Christian out here coming in with a nice initiation, going to that first outer zone, locking a little bit over on the rubber strip. And outer zone 2 is super aggressive. He needs to dive into that inner clip, and he does. And Vincent Toledo is right there, keeping proximity, but then falls behind. Look at Christian Catrone, smoke screen, engaged.
Big angle, held in those final zones. We did have a little bit of shoot over, it looked like, in the initiation here, if we are able to see the replay. But big angle, finding the clip here, coming out for the outer, and just runs away from him. And it looks like we lose our angle on our chase car here and just goes for it. I wish we could see the full run there from the beginning, but yeah, definitely a little bit over on the first zone. But besides that, great job, Christian.
A cool for Christian Catrone is his spot is a VDC driver. So that VDC is the pro level of sim drifting. And he also competes in virtual drift masters as well. And they do this on the sim a lot. They actually sit there, practice. It's an awesome like little document, like races, events and everything like that, and you get a little insight of him. And
well, Christian's a professional cinematographer.
Yeah,
he works on some of the most amazing stuff. So he does a really good job. He does a lot of corporate and projects and stuff like that. So
we have him in the chase now, And we're going to see the lead driver here. And also the spotter of Christian Control is also the spotter for Connor O'Sully for Formula Drift 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he...
A good spotter it goes a million miles,
yeah.
you know. They're telling you what you can't see, and they're giving you, and they know you.
It's awesome to see the sim community transitioning to real-world drifting. And we have our drivers coming out here. Coming in, Vincent Toledo snapping to angle and going to that first outer zone, just cars screaming. And then gets it, diving into inner clip 1. Beautiful fill out now. Christian Catrone is trying to reel him in. He needs to reel him in close proximity through outer zone 3 and 4. And look at the tenacity from the Heartbreak Kid.
Yeah, and when you say Heartbreak Kid for Christian, man, he has just had so much happen.
Mm-hmm.
But great job here. A little bit later initiation, but finds the pocket, gets a good transition into the second zone, filling it obviously for the lead, finding the clipping point, coming around, transitioning through the smoke, does a great job, gets a little bit tighter proximity here. And I mean, look, this is what we all want right here. Just a good, fast-paced sweeper with your buddy. Come on.
Yep. And it's great to see, well, with Vincent Toledo's previous lap, he did fall behind towards the end of the lap. Coming from interclip 1 to outer zone 3. And you see Christian Catrone just maintaining composure throughout the whole time and just trying to get to the door. You're trying to get that magnet right to door. But we're going to see what the judges come up with the decision here. And then Christian Catrone with that black and neon yellow outlining Corvette. No hood, just out here banging rev limiters. And it looks like the Heartbreak Kid, Christian Catrone, gets the win. Moving on. And that is the final battle of our top 32. We're going to be moving to the top 16s. But before that, we're going to take a quick commercial break and have a word from our sponsors.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win.
Formulated to win.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win. Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Tiny's over here messing with my headset. I don't know what's going on.
I'm sorry, it's hot out. I need water.
Goodness gracious. So we're going to get this battle going in here real quick.
This is Tyler Hess and Nathaniel Jordan. Nathaniel Jordan in that Mustang in the chase. You see Tyler Hess out there to first outer zone. Look at Nathaniel Jordan trying to reel him in, going to outer zone 2. Beautiful fill out in the outer zone 2. He has to hit that inner clip. It falls a little bit further behind as he is going to outer zone 3. That inner clip has been brutal for most drivers today.
So if you don't set yourself up right at the very beginning, it is a hard one because you're grabbing so much brake here, trying to fill in the second zone. And if you don't have the right angle, you're not going to find it.
No. It's unfortunate. He did miss that inner clip, but was able to hit outer zone 3 and 4. So that's a great job. And Nathaniel Jordan doing a great job just like holding him right there where he needs to be. And then transition, he was lost in the smoke from 1 to 2, but then surges back in and just following the line of Tyler Hess as they're going through outer zone 3 and 4. Man, oh man. Now I'm actually curious how Tyler Hess will handle the speed of that Mustang.
Yeah, no, because we've been talking about a little bit slower car.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how's it going to go? But I feel like he might be able to have it.
Yeah,
You know, Tyler's been a good driver.
Yeah. Here we go. Tyler Hess.
Coming out of the Tampa boy. And then Howie in the Hills. Still don't know where that is.
We have Nathaniel Jordan in the lead. Tyler Hess in the chase. Nathaniel coming in and getting to outer zone 1, and he was able to get to outer zone 1 this time. And then shallow angle going to outer zone 2 and hitting that inner clip. Now the transition to outer zone 3. Look at Tyler Hess locking into angle and mirroring the line. Beautiful chase from Tyler Hess.
And you can hear him shutting the car down in the spots where he needs to. Gives him his space on his initiation, but not too much. Flicks right in with him, coming into the second zone. Doesn't care where the zone is, doesn't care about nothing. He says, I'm going to follow you. Holds the hesitation for the transition. Transitions to a higher, or a larger angle, but then finds the same angle as him, transitions perfectly, and goes right into the pocket. Doing a great job, exactly what he's supposed to do.
Here's another replay, but we got a decision.
So Tyler Hess in the BMW, after all of that control, gets the win and is going to be moving on, gets the big, beautiful lightning graphic. And Tiny, I said you're going to walk us out for a commercial break?
Yeah, we're going to take a full commercial break this time. We got to get those guys out on the track already situated, but now we are going to hear from our sponsors.
There's no better way to test your tires than on the racetrack. That's why at Kenda Tires, we compete with the same tires we sell. And that's how the technology built into every Flyday UHP Max tire goes from podium performance to pavement. Whether you're a professional driver chasing podiums or a grassroots enthusiast looking for weekend excitement, Kenda Tires are designed for your journey.
Link is the engine management solution for champions the world over. We know what it takes to win. Pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Our tech support are performance specialists, available 24 hours and ready to talk one-on-one about your winning formula. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
Op 7.
Op 7.
Op 7. Op 7.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win.
Formulated to win.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win. Proven by me. Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Hey everybody, just a friendly reminder that prices on the website are going to increase. Now it has been a year that we've been trying to fight against this, but due to cost of material, we have no choice. However, that's not going to take place until next week, so now is the time for you to get all of the products that you need for your build or your transmission conversion. To find out more information, be sure to check out the website at autosportsengineering.com.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win.
Formulated to win.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win. Proven by me. Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
There's no better way to test your tires than on the racetrack. That's why at Kenda Tires, we compete with the same tires we sell. And that's how the technology built it in every Bethesda UHP Max tire goes from podium
What a performance.
to pavement. Whether you're a professional driver chasing podiums or a grassroots enthusiast looking for weekend excitement, Kenda Tires are designed for your journey.
Play me some of that able pimpin', man.
We are back for the action, and we are hitting our top 16. You probably see us sitting down here. Poor guy here is wearing shorts, and he's trying not to get
No,
sunburned.
I can stand. It's fine. You want to stand?
No, I'm good. I'm enjoying this view here. We have a nice angle running from the outer zone one, but we have our first battle of the top 16 battles. It'll be we saw it go down. It was Tyler Hass and Nathaniel Jordan, and now we're gonna be going against the Andreas Messner and Christian Nelson. And man, the top 32 battles were insane for the most part. And you see Mitchell Rohr actually coming out here, was at the judges booth, and man, that battle with him and Nick Ward was insane. They were rubbing tires. They're getting excited. Now you see Andreas Messner and Christian Nelson getting into Bob.
Nope.
Yep.
We're not doing that.
We're doing it. Warming up the tires. Now, if you've never seen drifting before, they do the burnout box so they could warm up the tires to the right temps, the front tires, so they get the proper grip. Am I correct on that? Or
You're 100% right. So we're actually trying to put some heat in the rear tires, get them up to the right temperature. You might not realize, but a couple degrees makes a huge difference in the grip in the back section. And if you're going out there with cold tires and you don't have them already heated up, they're going to be a little bit, just not predictable. So here we go. Let's go ahead and see this. We've got two LS Zs, really.
yeah, you have
It's the same thing.
You have the Infinity there, the G, and the Chase, and then you have the Z in the front, and it's Andreas Messner in the Chase, Christian Nolan in the lead.
Coming off zone.
And Nelson is getting aggressive, going to each zone and trying to dive, and he does dive in. Christian has been absolutely dialed in throughout this whole competition, throughout the whole day. He's been someone that I wasn't expecting to be as competitive, in a sense where, like, he's just knocking top competitors out.
Yeah, no, Christian's really come out to play. He's been holding his own. He's gone against a lot of good drivers and really shown up and had some of the best battles. The G, unfortunately, was having some issues earlier, and he's dragging a tail light right now, so I guess that's part of his issues. But yeah, no, very exciting here. So we do see him go out of zone in the beginning. Drops, I think, 2 tires in the chase, and then cuts line trying to get that proximity. I don't know what wires are used to hold on his taillight, but they were doing a great job there.
One thing I've been told by professionals that zip ties are their best friends, and I don't think that was zip ties holding on to that taillight. But he's just locked in. It's insane. It looks like he's on one of those slot car tracks, just going to each zone. Now you have Christian Nelson in the chase, Andreas Messner in the lead, and we'll see how they perform here.
Infinity versus Nissan, parent company. Very similar platforms.
Yes. I think it's pretty cool that Darren Boscia is chilling here. He gets a different insight of drifting.
Yeah, I don't know who said he could do this, but we're allowing it.
You know what?
I think I'm gonna shank him again.
Wait, what? You can't be saying that.
I'm gonna shank him?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
It's all access pass. He's got a hard card.
He's got a hard card to come around.
Multi-pass.
Dustin was poking him with the extra mic.
I
That's what he's saying.
didn't touch him. All right.
Yeah, no. Yeah. But here we go. The second half of this battle here. Man, Christian is an absolute demon so far on this track. Let's see if he'll unleash right here against Andreas.
Here we go.
Man, you see the angle he snapped in the chase? And look at Andreas Messner. Smoke show with OnPointParts.com on the side of his G as he is going to enter clip, transitioning to outer zone 3. And look at Christian getting super close proximity. Doors all the way through 3 and 4.
On. Trying not to give any doubt to the judges here. Goes in, initiates, give his space, but he gets on that angle, matching him, and just closes the proximity. Snaps right over on that transition, coming through, hitting the second zone perfectly. Looking at that, yep, there you go. I mean, great lead run, too. And it gives him the confidence to dive in and just barely boop the door and just sit in the pocket. What a great job.
That's a little boop to Snoop. Going through, he saw Nick Ward do it, and he's telling Nick Ward, hey, I could do this too, just watch me. Going from inner clip here to the outer zone 3. The aggression and then just the finesse he had with that Z to get there and just give him a little smooch on the door.
Just a little kiss.
Just a little kiss.
Got little.
And it looks like Christian gets the
Boom.
win and moves on. Holy smokes. He's going to be going against Tyler Hess.
And he's excited. He's going to go get ready for top 16 because here we are.
Yeah. You're going to be getting ready for grade 8, actually.
Oh, yeah. That was a 16 battle, wasn't
it?
it?
Was a 16 battle.
So, talking about top 16 battles, holy cow, who do we have coming up? John Temple versus Matt Schulman. Yeah, I mean, enough said, I guess.
You got the Schulmanator in John the Rocket Man Temple.
Where does Rocket Man come from?
Do you see the nitrous bottle on the back?
Oh, he's ready to go to the moon.
He's going to go to the moon as well as on top of his roof. He does have, so he's very military theme because he is a veteran, but he does have a pinup on the top of his roof, and it's a girl on top of a nitrous bottle.
So if we have enough time, I think we might be able to shoot over to Sarah real quick for an interview. Sarah, are you there?
We are here with Christian Nelson. How you feeling?
Oh, it's so hot in here. It's fun. Track's fast. Flow's really good. We were chasing setup in practice. Got like 3 laps and flew off the track 2 of them. So we went into seating with a different setup. It seems to be working. I just got to dial in my timing and stuff. But I'm just out here having fun. So
awesome.
Can't really ask much more.
Hell yeah. So you're going up to grade 8. And what's your favorite song on grid?
My favorite song on grill? Probably say Triller by A$AP Rocky.
Hell yeah. We'll go play it, dude.
All right, we got our next battle already lined up out of the burnout boxes, and they're going to get sent down here. John Temple and Matt Schulman.
All right, here comes Matt Schulman and John Temple in the chase. John, the Rocket Man Temple, he is a combat engineer. Let's see if we'll get to that door and breach and clear on the chase as Matt Schulman comes in with that nice initiation. Look at John Temple surging into that pocket. Get out of the smoke. He's trying to cut that line a little bit so he can get that proximity alive. This is where the close proximity comes in. The 3 and 4. Look at John Temple reeling in as he is going to the outer zone 4. Oh my goodness, I would love to see a little bit more proximity from John, but that was super aggressive
Proximity and angle really would have been a big one for him. We did just get spoiled the last couple battles that we've had. Matt Schulman did a heater of a lead here. Great initiation, filled the zone in entirely, and didn't bobble out of it, which was nice to see. It's a little change of pace for most of the drivers. John Temple just transitioned a little bit more on the inside line, cutting the line for proximity's sake, I think. A little bit early transition there, and not really showing the angle that I know he can do. The judges are going to ding him a little bit for that, unfortunately.
Yeah, and it's going to go into now Matt Schulman has to chase him, and John Temple likes to throw that back end out there. And it's insane to see how he performs in the lead. You see him in the chase right now. Now, what I would like to see him do in the future if he does move on is, clean, like you said, clean up that transition from inner clip 1 to outer zone 3. That's where he's going to make his meat and potatoes in this competition.
Yeah, it's going to be necessary.
And now we have that's not John Temple or Matt Schulman.
Wrong graphics.
But here we go. John Temple is going to be in the lead. Matt Schulmanator in the chase. We apologize for that quick graphic right there, but here he comes. John Temple coming in with a nice floaty initiation, going to that first outer zone, locking into angle, being super aggressive. Transition to outer zone 3 is going to be a very crucial in the chase. Matt Schulman falls behind as he is going to outer zone 3, and beautiful fill out. Look at Matt Schulman just getting to the close proximity of John Temple. This is going to be a very close call.
So close call for sure. I will say on this initiation, bigger entry here, really locks it in. Both drivers did a great job into that first zone. I will say the angle, Matt Schulman's definitely a little bit there, but the proximity, I don't know what happened there coming into the second zone. He really takes that sharper line where he's on a wider line. It's his job to follow that, but makes up for it in the end, gets a little bit closer proximity than the prior, and they're just going to really have to go zone for zone on this one to see who's going to get to walk away with it.
Man, the amount of smoke John just puts out with that rear tires is insane. And then we're going to see the decision be made here. You got Showmanator to the right, John Temple, the Rocket Man, to the left. And judges are looking at both of the runs to see who is going to be moving on to the Grade 8.
Two fierce competitors, like we were saying. This is a battle that we could have seen later on, but you know, this is what happens when you have the bracket stacked like this.
And you see on the front bumper, you see ACS right there. That's a big sim drifting community for Assetto Corsa, who is also affiliated with SimHQ.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a sim at the house. I hardly use it. I really need to get on that thing more. Why are you throwing your hands up? Yeah, I mean, both of them are excited.
He's like, come on, give me the answer.
Yeah, the judges are having a hard time deliberating. Matt Schulman, I feel like, is the one sweating here. He's coming out of the seating bracket with a win. He really, really wants to get this.
I could see this as one more time.
This would be the first one that I think the judges would go with one more time. But
yeah.
Again, it's hard. There might be something that they're really holding on to if they start really comparing zone to zone. I think that Matt Schulman's chase in this area was better. Both their leads are very similar in that area. Initiations, you get a little bit better angle out of Matt Schulman, but then a lot more space. Okay, and they deliberated. Matt Schulman gets the win, not without a heartache from those judges upstairs, really trying. But Matt Schulman gets the win. John Temple, knowing he did a great job getting to go home with his head held high.
Yeah, look at him. He has to celebrate because he's been having a great time. John Temple has been growing a lot,
for sure,
driver-wise. From the past 2 years, I've been seeing him drive. From when I first met him, I got a similar car that's on the sim. I'm like, hey, just try it out. And then you saw him at OSW that round after, and he just lit off tires. And he was like, the sim worked. And so he's been using it as a tool and seeing him how he's grown. It's fantastic. Now you have Pedro Sanguini and Colette Davis.
Yep, and they're going to go off here. So Pedro's in the lead here. Colette in the Renault Drift HQ car. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Pedro going for a wide initiation here, flicking into that outer zone, filling the zone completely, not overshooting. A great job, good angle. Colette transferring and coming in hot right onto him. Taking a little bit more of a straight line going through it, but still trying to keep that proximity and putting that car sideways. Pedro a little bit slower, so she's having a hard time chasing it, but he is absolutely dominating those zones, throwing it in, and Colette finds the pocket there at the end so much that she takes the bumper.
Man, Colette. So she got her Hot Wheels car. I've seen the YouTube video. Seeing her out here just straight shredding, she's not matching the angle, but she's being super aggressive with proximity. She knows she needs to reel in Pedro. And then right here, you see a correction, but she's still in drift, going into that inner clip, and then transitioning, really super aggressive on outer zone 3. And then getting even more aggressive on that outer zone 4 to reel them in. I love the Colette Davis' driving style because it's something it's unique to her. You can't mirror it or match it in a way that it's not a copy and paste.
All right, well, after this replay real quick, I think Sarah's available to go ahead and talk to our winner, Matt Schulman over here.
Yeah, we're over here. How you feeling?
Very good. Still hot, but good. I'm glad we got the win on that. A little iffy, but I think it was fair.
What's your favorite part of this track?
I really like locking in outer zone 1. When you nail it, it feels really good. I like outer zone.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Go cool down, dude.
All right, thank you so much, Sarah, with the red line hot seat. Let's go ahead and send it back over and see this battle commence with Colette Davis, Pedro coming in, Windermere and Mims. We're ready to go. We got the judges ready, and I can't wait to see this battle. We're going to see Pedro having to chase her down, and he's ready to go. He's already coming off the initiation here. She's going to also look like goes for a lot wider entry, and she does. He's a little bit further back, but starts to get in there. She's missing most of the first half of the zone, but comes in later, and then absolutely flying. Pedro following her like a shadow, matching that zone there. Oh, coming through. Matching the angle and then doing a great job trying to get a dive in there, but doesn't get the same thing that Colette did with hers and loses that proximity. She smokes him out, and it starts to run away from him in the final zones there.
Lucky Colette. She's doing a nice wide initiation. I wish she was a little bit further to the left when she initiated, but does a great job reaching out to outer zone 1 and then puts one tire in outer zone 2, fills out the inner clip. And that's one of the hardest points on this track. And then going to outer zone 3, great fill out. But Pedro is falling behind, trying to get her back. But what's interesting is how far back Pedro was on the chase. Don't know if it's more of a horsepower issue, but how she is getting into each zone, she's very smooth. Her lead is fantastic. Pedro's lead was fantastic.
Yep.
Now we're looking at the chase.
Yeah, and I would say Pedro did a great job at the beginning here, especially with the power. Found proximity, found angle, really did his job. And then I just see a little bit of a fall off here after the second zone. Second zone, he gets really, really close. I feel like he breaks when he should have just tried to hold into that spot, and then transfers here and just goes a little too deep in the zone. If he could have come back into that pocket a little bit more and maybe just had the power to push forward a little bit, I think he would have had it.
Just insane. You see, before when I was watching Colette drive this car, it looked like she was a little bit struggling on the car, but it seems like she locked in and dialed in, because you
she
just
figured
see
it out.
she just lights off the tires and just sends them to Gapplebee's. It was insane. Get a You Pick 2 meal. It's $20. I haven't been to Applebee's in a long time, actually.
Well, with Outlaw Media, I really appreciate Veterans Trust out here for all the veterans. With Temple, he works with them as well. Did we get a...
And it looks like Pedro Sanguini gets the win.
Ah, there it is. Beating Colette, a podium driver, absolutely been killing it, and she is now in the Pro Spec. What is that series? It is Pro Spec. Yeah, so amazing. And coming up, we've got some heavy hitters too.
Sasha Ironsides Prospero versus Lee Yearwood.
Yeah, take this one away, man. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, Sasha, always a insane driver. And we're going to see Lee Yearwood try to match the angle and try to rattle up the iron sides of Sasha. And look at him coming into that first outer zone, lighting off the tires, both tires in there, and transitioning to outer zone 2. Oh my God, close proximity to the cones of outer zone 2, diving into that inner clip. Lee Yearwood is losing the proximity from outer zone 1, 2, actually 2 and 3. And man, Lee Yearwood, I was surprised on how much he lost proximity going from that inner clip to outer 3.
Yeah, watching this replay, I'm a little surprised too. Coming in, big initiation, feels like we're there, got about a car's gap in between, a little bit slower on our transition coming through, and then all of a sudden it feels like Sasha just clicks in. But I feel like it's because Lee actually was a little bit too far out and just allowed it. Now, instead of watching this replay, I'd love to hear Sarah. I think we've got somebody ready for an interview. Sarah, are you available?
Yes, I'm out here with Pedro. How are you?
Feeling great, feeling great.
How was it to battle Colette out there?
Colette's a great driver. She's a hard one. I honestly didn't know it was when I went there to battle her, but we're here now. Let's go to top 8 against Matt Schulman. Let's see what happens.
Hell yeah, that's what I like to hear. Have a good one, all right?
Love to hear it. Pedro's come a long way as a driver, coming from OSWC, an A-class driver spot right there. He's well deserving of that, coming through with Monster Drift and some other stuff too. Lee's going to be taking the lead on this one with Sasha. We're going to really, this run is going to make something happen.
Yeah, and what was it, last round, Pedro was having some issues with his nitrous, I believe. But now we have Lee Yearwood in the lead. Look at this battle. Sasha Prospero is almost trying to get a side-by-side initiation. Oh, man, the aggressiveness from Sasha Prospero going to outer zone 1. And then he surges forward in the pocket in outer zone 2. Oh, makes some contact with Lee. I think he was being too aggressive. And Lee Yearwood is just unfazed going to outer zone. And then dialing it into outer zone 4. Lights off his tires.
So I want to see if Lee slowed down enough for that to have happened, because Sasha's really good normally at judging that proximity. But we've been having a lot of people slow down in that spot. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here. He's on him from initiation. He thought he was going to initiate early. He saves it, goes through, follows him, a lot tighter. transitioning bumper to bumper, gets right on his door panel here, and you see a slowdown, and we get that double contact. Now, that slowdown's necessary, but he didn't have the line to go in for the clipping point. So the judges are going to look at that, and they're going to wonder if they're going to actually put that more on the lead car than the chase.
It looks like it most likely will be more of a difference from going from outer zone 2 to that inner clip. So we're looking right here. He's going into outer zone 2, and then you see he's floating out and then trying to angle up. It doesn't look like he was even probably going to touch that inner clip on that line, and then he just tried to slow himself down so he could bite forward, which causes a choke up for the chase. But that's something that the judges will deem. This is what I'm seeing as a fan of drifting. That's what I love about drifting. I'm a commentator. As a judge motorsport, it's up to them. But it looks like Lee Yearwood gets the win.
So they're going to be giving it to Lee. They're going to be judging off what they had in front of them. They're seeing it as a mistake. It's unfortunate, but, you know, it is drifting, and mistakes happen.
It's also the fact when you're being aggressive in the chase, you have that. It's the risk factor there. If he had more space on that outer zone 2 to inner clip, he wouldn't have made contact with him. He would have just surged back into the pocket, but I think he was just being over envious of the proximity and just.
So it looks like we've got Nick and Savio coming up here. Nick,
jeez,
what?
We're getting finals battles on grade 8.
Yeah, well, it's fine. So Nick's going to be in the lead here. Savio's going to be in the chase. We got two homies here, actually both sponsors as well, Drift HQ and Taxi Garage. Let's go ahead and see what they do and make some magic. Nick with the initiation here, coming in with a big flick.
Ooh.
Doing a great job. No, Savio with too much spikes. Came in just a little too hot. Tried to save it and just spun out, unfortunately. Nick is going to go on to do a run here.
He does have to complete it.
He does complete it, but I'll be honest, he's not even filling all the zones.
Yeah, it's, oh, I think,
Savio might be damaged. Since we've got some time on track, let me see. Sarah, are you available for another interview?
Yeah, we're over here waiting for you.
Well, you're good. You're on the line.
Awesome. How you feeling, Lee?
I'm feeling good. Time to take it to top 4 now.
Okay, I got to ask you, too. What's your favorite song to play on Grid for hype?
I actually don't. You know what? I play some soca music from my country. That's what I do. Turn up.
Hell yeah. Well, you go play some up. Have fun, all right?
That's exactly what I'm finna do.
Good job.
See the Nappy Boy Automotive on his hood. Man, I love what T-Pain, what he's doing with drifting, putting it, his love into it. He thought it was cool. It started drifting and starting to sponsor people and having his own automotive shop with Hurt Life. I love seeing people embrace the culture of drifting. Right here, we're seeing the drone replay.
Yeah, well, not to real quick, just because you're on it, Nappy Boy's is doing a lot of cool stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I've gotten to meet T-Pain now a few times with the 4th of July events,
awesome.
Getting to see him drive and grow as a driver. He has come a long way. He's definitely still learning. We saw him with a new RTR car,
oh, yeah.
Which is the Vert, which is the first RTR Vert that they've made. Definitely excited to see him progress and become a better driver. I would love to see him get into some competition settings once he's feeling comfortable, and keep doing the party events, because in reality, that's what we need. We need more pillars in this community, and he's going to be one of them, where he's going to bring a lot of attention, a lot of help, and in reality, it allows us to keep the sport growing that it needs to do.
Well, he did actually do the event in Cali, his first battle he won, which was awesome to see. Him and Hurt battling it out there, and the sheer excitement when he won that battle. It's like with me giving my son a new game and he gets decided. It's like so wholesome, especially, you know, he's top artists out there. And when you see drivers have that excitement, it's not only T-Pain. When I see drivers that have that genuine excitement, that they're out here having fun, doing their passion, that just warms my heart a little bit. All right, what's left of my heart?
For sure. Give me 1 second.
All right, so we look at Chris Jackson there. He's going to be towing out Savio. And we're going to take a quick commercial break to make sure there's no leaks on the track and get Savio off track real quick. He's going to probably have to take that 5-minute timeout as well.
Link is the engine management solution for champions the world over. We know what it takes to win. Pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Our tech support are performance specialists, available 24 hours and ready to talk one-on-one about your winning formula. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
Op 7.
Op 7.
Op 7. Op 7.
Redline oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Redline oil, formulated to win.
Formulated to win.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Redline oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Redline oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Redline oil, formulated to win.
Formulated to win.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Redline oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
There's no better way to test your tires than on the racetrack. That's why at Kenda Tires, we compete with the same tires we sell. And that's how the technology built into every Bethesda UHP Max tire goes from podium
What a performance.
to pavement. Whether you're a professional driver chasing podiums or a grassroots enthusiast looking for weekend excitement, Kenda tires are designed for your journey.
Link is the engine management solution for champions the world over. We know what it takes to win, pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Our tech support are performance specialists, available 24 hours and ready to talk one-on-one about your winning formula. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
Op 7.
Op 7.
Op 7. Op 7.
Well, welcome back, guys, to U.S. Drift Circuit's Formula Drift Round 2 here at historic Sebring Raceway. We've got our competitors lined up and ready to go for the entertainment and the thrill of hunting down those points for a championship win here and a chance to get a title, to go to FD, to get a license. Let's go ahead and see these guys coming on out. I'll let you go ahead and announce these two boys coming through.
This is the Marcio Jr. He's going to be in the lead versus the young buck as he is coming into the outer zone 2. Beautiful fill out from Marcio Jr. And look at Lucas trying to get that proximity. Oh, a little bit of a kiss of the rear quarter panel of Marcio Jr. as he is going to outer zone 3 and 4. Oh my goodness. That 15-year-old is really aggressive, insane for the age. And the same thing, and I'm not going to knock Darren, he's not driving today, but Darren is the same way. He's really aggressive as a driver. I love seeing the young kids come up out of the sim into the track. You see this insane initiation right here.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you're seeing him go through. He knows that he's got to go on an inner side line. He takes the inside line to go and get that proximity. Holds on to it just enough, but he could have just been back a tiny bit and allowed that transition to happen and not impede the lead car driver. Because of that mistake in him holding back, it gave all that proximity away that he worked so hard to get. It comes with time, though. Like you're talking about two younger guys, Darren especially with this. They're very aggressive, and the thing is they're not making simple mistakes. They're making next level mistakes. They're very much learned. It's just little things that don't maybe transfer from sim, or when you're in a car, you don't feel how far your car along is yet. You know, they haven't lived in this car for years yet.
Yeah, for sure. Some of the drivers that I've known from the sim world, they run triple monitor setups. I run a VR whenever I'm driving on the sim. Most of the time on the sim, I'm on a microphone. But when you have kids like Nico Stella from Spain, he's been ripping a BMW out there and being a wild card in multiple events. And he's just straight shredding tires, and he's about 13, 14 years old. Insane.
Well, let's see how Marcio responds here. He's getting a chance to chase down, and that car looks like an absolute ripper. So let's go ahead and see if he can go ahead and put it on the young buck's door, as you say.
Yeah, Lucas coming out here. Lucas coming out with a nice initiation, going to that first out of zone, both tires in there, and then he is able to massage the angle. Looks like he is sawing at the wheel a little bit, into outer zone 2, and then getting right to that inner clip. Beautiful fill out, transition to outer zone 3. Oh my word. This kid is smoking out the track, but you see Marcio getting right to the door of Lucas.
So I'm not sure if it was flour or if there's something that maybe leaked onto a manifold, but there was a little bit of flames under the 350Z, just so we're all aware, and can let that driver know to keep an eye on it. But yeah, no, absolutely crazy battle here, and he went in and filled all those zones, did his job. The flames were right there, right under the car. So it might have just been some buildup of the flour or something, but yeah. Great looking run. The two of them looked together, and he came in for a little extra touch at the end, just to be like, I'm right here, Mutt.
So like a pat on the back.
Yeah, I mean, I gave one to Camel in our last battle for 4th or 5th place, and I got demoted some points for touching him. It might not have been as gentle.
And this will be the second to last battle of the right side. And it looks like Marcio Jr. gets the win. And Lucas Hanazono, my man, you're the kid. Yeah, you're absolutely slaying out there. Don't hang your head low. You did an absolutely stellar job today.
Yeah, what a run.
We had the second half of this battle. It's going to be Nick Ward in the chase, Savio Silva in the lead. And it looked like Savio did not need the 10-minute timeout from that contact earlier. So we're going to see him in the lead with that S chassis. And then Nick Ward, let's see how close proximity he'll get. He had a nasty battle with Mitchell Rohr. And there's Savio Silva getting right to angle, filling out the first out of zone, transitioning to out of zone 2. Beautiful fill out. Look at Nick Ward surging into that pocket. Now he's getting bathed in smoke. Now transitioning bumper to bumper, getting close proximity. Oh, a big correction from the chase. Here comes Nick Ward, massaging the angle, getting door to door from the Smoke Daddy.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
What a run.
Oh, and that's why I call him fierce. Insane.
And that was our second run with them. Obviously, our first one we saw, Nick got called at fault for causing the collision. Savio took a second. He just needed something replugged into the car. I'm not quite sure. But he said, hey, I'm good, over the radio, and ran right back out there ready for this battle. And did they battle. Oh, my goodness.
That was insanity. I love watching Nick drive. I love watching Savio drive. And that's a treat for anybody to watch.
Oh, man, what a good run. Look at
his S chassis is grinning at us.
Dude, it's so funny. That car was all parts, pieces ready to get painted and perfect, and here it is getting mangled. Bang! And Savio, the Smoke Daddy, gets the win. Lightning bolts shoot out of the sky. Winner comes across the board. Savio absolutely putting it together. There was that collision, obviously. Nick being deemed at fault. Savio coming and getting the car back on track, ready to go, and putting on an absolute heater. The two of them really came out, and I know Nick has a big smile on his face. Oh, and Nick is apparently doing a standing burnout.
The last time he did that, he melted his bumper, the last video I've seen. So you don't have a bumper there, Nick. Just, oh, man. It's insane.
I can hear Chris Jackson in the background just running over there with his truck. So we're going to go ahead and go back to Sarah real quick. She's with Savio.
That was wild. What was going on during this battle, dude?
All right, so we all know Nick Ward has been on his game today, like always, and I just told my team, you know, I'm gonna give everything I have, and we're gonna go out there to win. And I got feedback, you know, that's why you got a team backing you up. So I pushed it, and you know, I'm glad the judges watch and everyone, you know, not how I wanted to win because I love Nick, but it was good. So one battle at a time. I love to say that. So let's go to top 8 now and go from there.
Love you,
Yeah.
Savio!
One battle at a time.
Always having a smile. I love
Absolutely. That is one of the most genuine people you're ever going to meet in your life. Would give you the socks off his feet if he thought it would help you. Like, legitimately, one of the nicest guys. Now, we've got your Heartbreak Kid, Christian Catrone, coming against our gentleman that got a bye run to get here. Let's go ahead and see what makes happen here. Let's get some magic going.
Oh, man, the Heartbreak Kid, Catrone, and Hayden Williams. Hayden Williams, he's not an underdog. I wouldn't call him an underdog, but he's someone you don't underestimate. And looking at him, that S chassis, whenever he competes, I love seeing him be as aggressive as he can be in each zone that he could get to. When Left Foot City, you've seen him do that. Christian has some issues, but look at this. You have Christian Catrone in the lead. The Heartbreak Kid coming in with a nice initiation, but falls out of the first outer zone. Now gets back into it, lights off his tires. Now he's going into outer zone 2. Nice momentum. Hayden Williams falls behind and then goes off track in the chase. Look at Christian Catrone. He needs to complete this lap. He needs to be locked in. And what he says, he's on kill mode. That's what you mean with a smoke dad.
Yeah, no, Christian Catrone really knows what he's doing. He's put that car together over the last couple of years, coming from a Z and transitioning over to this car to be competitive. And unfortunately, doesn't initiate straight into the zone while he would want, but does find it. His counterpart goes off on his own line, maybe on an exploration of some sorts, going completely off track. But follows himself through the smoke and still continues the run, which is great. Christian then finds the rest of the zones and really just puts down a decent lead there, which is what he needs to do to make something happen.
Yeah, and last year he just became a father. I talked to him last year about that, and I'm like, that your mentality changes as a driver. And he says when he's at the events, his wife says, "All right, bring a win home for your kid." And
oh, that's amazing.
That's when you get locked in.
Well, there's an old F1 thing where one of the racers was like, "How did you know he would break into the corner?" It's because he has a wife and kids. So who knows? It could be a benefit, it could be a curse in racing. You got to be willing to put it all on the line. And these young kids that are coming out are born with no fear, it feels like. So
Hayden Williams in the lead. Christian, the Heartbreak Kid, in the chase. Coming out here, Hayden Williams going into that first outer zone, 1 tire in, 2 tires in, and now Christian Catrone needs to reel him in, get that proximity, get an active chase, and oh my goodness, Hayden Williams misses inner clip, but able to put out some smoke out of the back end of his car, and look at Christian Catrone now reeling him in, being super aggressive all the way through to outer zone 4. Oh man, locked in.
Christian's like, I'm ready. I want the win. Let me go ahead and get my car ready for the next battle. You can see him already driving up to the line. He's like, where's that red line oil finish line? Let me get to it.
Yeah. Man, look at the – I love the composure Christian has. You're seeing him going through outer zone 2, and you see him like, all right, I'm going to get that distance, gain the distance. I'll miss the zone. It's okay, but let me reel him in a little bit quicker on 3 and 4.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And watching these replays is really a big help. As you can see, the Florida man is wearing a small polo, and we've got Tiny being Tiny. So, oh, man. And from what I hear over the mic, if that's correct, yep, Christian Catrone getting the win, moving on. He was ready to go. He knew he was the winner coming through. I didn't know that. The judges didn't know that, but Christian knew that. So that's what matters.
Cue the Shawn Michaels music.
Who do you think you are? I am. The bowling guy.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's a little windy, so sorry about us shaking over here. Not my intentional. I might actually stand up to hold this steady here in a second.
But that was the last battle of the Great 8.
Yep.
And actually, that was the top 16.
Flying through it.
Whew. And it looks like Sarah's ready with Christian, the Heartbreak Kid.
Kick it over to her.
How you feeling?
Feeling great. I thought that was a good run. Definitely little things to clean up, but other than that, I think I'm confident and ready to go on to the next round.
Yeah, it's looking clean. So I got to ask you, what's your favorite song to play on grid?
Probably Livin' a Vida Loca.
Go play it.
Christian Catrone, I've never heard you play that song in your entire life. What are you talking about? He saw the shirt. He had to have seen the shirt. I'm not in the judges' stand. I can't help you. You can't bribe me. 2 guys coming in from the Orlando area, Claremont and Waterford Lakes Town Center area. Both of these guys are at OSW constantly battling for King of OSW, Pedro and Matt Schulman. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. Matt Schulman's in the lead. He goes for more of a settled, consistent initiation that he's been doing with a small handbrake. Pedro coming in, trying to match that angle. Decent transition there coming in. Max in that proximity and taking advantage of Matt Schulman's line. Pedro coming in. Let's see how he transitions here. Fortunately, a little bit slower transition than he needed to do to try to keep up with Matt Schulman, running away from him at that third zone, but doing a great job in the lead run too.
Man, can we get a exorcist out here, because Matt Schulman is just unleashing a demon like he's possessed. Look at this, going to the first outer zone. Back tire on the outer line, transitioning, using the whole track. Buttery smooth, using some left foot brake. A little bit flirting with the outer zone 2, but able to get into that inner clip 1. Then transitioning to outer zone 3, flirting with that back line and absolutely bathing everybody in the media on that wall with smoke. Oh, my goodness. I think we need a
little hold this real quick.
pastor over here to get this demon off the track.
No, I don't think we're getting him off the track. I think he's going to want to stay, and he wants to only leave with a champagne shower. So he's going for the win out here for sure. Sorry, I'm just going to try to hold this thing so we're not as shaky over
You're
here.
making me shorter.
I mean, I didn't make you shorter. That was God. Okay, that was your parents. That was genetics.
Oh man. Now I have to stand up.
You don't need to stand up because I don't think they're coming back to us right now. But Matt Schulman, I'll let you announce this one here real quick. Pedro's in the lead. Let's go ahead and see what we get going on here.
Pedro Sanguini with the 370Z, the pink, and no front bumper coming in with a nice weight transfer initiation. Look at Matt Schulman getting locked into angle. Now he needs to reel him in. Pedro Sanguini transitioning to outer zone 2, being able to fill it out and a lot deeper than Matt Schulman. Let's see if he'll hit that inner clip. He flirts with it. Now Matt Schulman transitions to outer zone 3 in the chase. Oh, let's see if he'll get super spicy as Matt Schulman is getting door-to-door with Pedro Sanguini. Whoa!
Yeah, great job. Pedro had a little bit harder time filling the zones, unlike Matt Schulman, but really brought the heat in with his job here. Big initiation for the Z with the weight transfer. Finds the zone, goes a little bit deeper than necessary. You can see Matt Schulman not really bobbling, more adjusting to who he's following here. And does a great job. Great angle here for him coming through. And really, Pedro just gets that tail end of that third zone and kind of finds it there at the end as well in the fourth. And I think that, in my opinion, it's an easy choice, but we're going to let that one be up to the judges.
Looks like Matt Schulman gets the win, the Showmanator. Dude, he's on rails today.
Yeah, Matt Schulman's focused. This is what happens. You got, your people when they're sick, when they're injured and stuff like that, they kind of lock in. They really focus up and get on what they're needing to do. I know when I've been sick and I'm in my job or my roles, it's, okay, we let push everything out that doesn't matter onto the side, fully focused, and we're here to fully commit. You put hours, years of your life getting ready for these situations, and he's coming through, and that's what matters.
Yeah, and it looks like Tyler Hess and Christian Nelson. This is the grade 8 battle. Matt Schulman's moving on to the final 4. Christian Nelson and Tyler Hess is the top left of the bracket of the grade 8s. And we're waiting for the lights. And here we go. Christian Nelson
doing a little burnout on the entry here.
Is absolutely diabolical with that Z. And look at him getting super close right off the rip, getting a nice proximity. Right. Oh,
no.
Tyler Hess out and gets off track. That is going to be a 0 for Tyler Hess. I wonder what's happening.
And our chase really tried to continue to hold it. I'm not quite sure what happened. We see a little bobble of an initiation. We're watching this replay, but actually Sarah says she's ready with an interview. Sarah, what's going on?
Over here with the Shulmanator, just pushing on through all these battles. Top 4's up next. How do you feel?
Ready to go. Get it over with.
How's the car holding up? How's the back holding up?
Car is unbelievable. It's super neutral, super easy to drive. I keep making stupid small mistakes and it's bothering me, so I want to do better. So I'm going to do better than that in top 4 or great, whatever it's called. Next battle.
You got it, dude.
All right, thank you so much. I'm not quite sure what he said at first, but it sounds like he wants to win the whole thing.
Yeah, look at this. Tyler Hess does a great initiation, but it looks like he uses a lot of left foot brake right there on outer zone 1, but then trying to transition to outer zone 2. Oh, he looks like he ripped up.
I think his car just shut down.
Yeah, he did drive past us, but it's...
No, I think he went out of power. I think the car went into a limp or something. Not quite sure what's going on.
Looks like Tyler Hess is calling a 5-minute here. And we're going to be going to the right side of the bracket. And it's going to be Savio Silva versus Lee Yearwood. They're going to go to the Bob.
Yep. They're going to go ahead and warm up those tires. They're going to get ready.
You agreed with it?
Huh?
You agreed with it? I called it the Bob, and you were like, yep.
Oh, man, you slipped that one in. I was listening to the radio. You got me. You know when he's talking to me. That's not fair. So, Definitely excited to see him. You know, I know the boys over at Drift HQ always using their BC coilovers, OMP, and all that kind of fun stuff. I believe that's a Link ECU in that machine as well. I'm not sure about Lee Yearwood, but you know, a lot of our sponsors that come through. I know Wow Signs really does a great job out here, making sure that we look fabulous. Puts our banners up for us and long-lasting liveries, which is always great. We're going to see some more lights out here, so we're even going to have that going on with our Opt 7.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
that's the lights?
Yeah, Opt 7.
Opt 7.
It's like Operation 7. Opt. Or is it Option 7?
Maybe Option.
Probably the best. Lucky 7.
Lucky 7.
Yep, there it is.
And if you guys are tuning in to our YouTube, definitely drop a subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, drop a like on the live stream. We've been loving this action here. Savio Silva in the lead. Lee Yearwood in the chase, coming in with a nice candy flick going to that first outer zone. And then, he falls out of outer zone 1, but now he's going to transition to outer zone 2 with that U-brake. Flirts with the outer zone 2 cones, going to inner clip 1, beautiful fill out, and then locked into angle.
Lee with a huge mistake, over-adjusting and almost straightening off. Holy cow. What a run. I mean, that was a full commitment run from both these drivers. Big entry, fastest entry I think I've seen all day. It doesn't look like he's really in that zone, but he was barely in it with his bumper. The judges are going to count that to be at least touched. Fills in the second zone completely, gets into that clippings point, fills in the next, and just something about Lee right here. He is thinking that he is going to over-rotate.
Yeah.
Lee snap transitioned a little too hard. He fully flicks over his steering all the way he can. He puts on the gas and a little bit of the brake to bring the front deck into a settle, and then comes in to try to finish that run. He goes off track.
Yeah, I think he just probably overestimated or underestimated.
He over-rotated.
He over-rotated, yeah.
But that's what happens when you're coming through that much smoke, too.
Yeah.
So you're sitting here. This is when he smoked out and he transitions, and boom, oh my God, the car is there, and he over.
Yeah, over snaps there. Man. Whew.
Yeah, no contact or anything. Lee thought he was about to run into him.
Yeah,
that's what that is.
That's basically what I think happened.
But, you know, honestly, he could have even grabbed the hydro and brought the rear out a little bit more than expected.
But Savio living up to the name Smoke Daddy.
Lee Yearwood's number is 240.
His competition number. I didn't realize that until you said it.
I just saw
That's awesome.
That's funny.
Here we go, Lee Yearwood.
If you were to have a number, what do you think your number would be on your car? Or do you have one on your SIM car?
My lucky number is 13, so I always rock 13.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it goes back to my military days. My route clearance patrol was a 1-3. I was assigned to the 1st Infantry Division.
Wow, that's way cooler than my reason.
Yeah, so
don't even ask me about my number anymore. Don't even ask. It's
I
fine.
deployed in 13, so that 13, a lot of people think it's unlucky, but I survived.
Right now.
Here we go. Lee Yearwood going into that first outer zone. Beautiful smoke show. But look at Savio giving him some room so he can surge in the pocket. A little left foot break from Lee Yearwood. And Savio Silva is falling behind from the smoke. And it looks like Savio gets left behind as Lee Yearwood goes to 3 and 4.
I'm not going to lie. I think the sun has something to do with it. The smoke is very bright in that spot. They both just got lost in the same zone. Lee Yearwood not filling in the first zone, very similar to Savio. Looks like just barely getting that bumper in there. Coming through, definitely turned it up. And Savio is trying to sit in that pocket, coming around this corner, just can't see and puts the brakes on. Also, he went off track. So Lee actually punted the inner clip point quite a ways.
Savio was just doing drift donuts around the media people. It could be a possibility of that sun. I definitely do agree with that. But right here, he does hit the inner clip. I think he might have lost him.
I don't know if Savio just kind of lost him because he went off of the zone.
Yeah.
And the smoke. I think it's a little combination.
Yeah. It looks like he just lost him in the smoke a little bit, and then Lee
That's
Yearwood
crazy to see that back-to-back.
Yeah.
2 drivers losing each other like that. It's hard. You got to try to commit through it.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's terrifying. You think, oh my gosh, a second, but a second is a long time when you're going this fast sideways.
Oh, yeah. Drifting is controlled chaos.
Yeah, I don't think I blink when I'm drifting.
Yeah, you can't blink. It's kind of like riding a motorcycle and you sneeze and you panic.
Well, going through the smoke, Savio getting the win, coming through. I really think both of them had the same incident in the same place. They're really going off of everything else that they could. They go off the rest of the run and the filling of the zones, and Savio apparently to the judges did the better job.
And now you have Marcio Jr. in the chase and Christian the Heartbreak Kid in the lead. And this is the final battle of the Grade 8.
So Marcio's last name is Junior?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I thought, I was looking at the page, I thought it was a junior of something, but I don't see it.
Well, everybody has unique last names, but here we go. Christian Catrone in the lead, coming in here. Whoa, Marcio Jr. getting door-to-door right off the rip, transitioning into outer zone 2. Beautiful fill out from Christian Catrone. And look at Marcio, being super aggressive, not phased by the Heartbreak Kid, going to outer zone 3. Beautiful transition and fill out of outer zone 3 and 4. Marcio Jr. getting doors, baby.
Wow. What a run. What a lead that gave him the opportunity to do that, obviously. Filling in the zones. Great job, but look at this angle. Look at this coming through the smoke. We're coming through, finding this interclip point, doing a great job, transitioning perfectly through it, and not letting that smoke bother him. Just comes in and just gets that proximity. I think Sarah's got Savio. Let's go ahead and check in with Savio. How you doing, bud?
Yeah, how you doing, Savio?
Fantastic.
It looks fantastic out there.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So what are you going to listen to on grid for top 4?
I'm actually just keeping it to myself, honestly. It's been good. Having a good team. My team telling me to go ahead and do it. We got your back is, best motivation, so we're just going to do it again.
Awesome. Well, I wish you the best of luck and have fun out there, all right?
Thank you very much. I'll see you.
Savio did not hear that question.
I think he's just a stone-cold driver.
Yeah, I'm going to keep my music selection to myself. Thank you very much, Sarah Harrow.
Maybe it's Barbie Girl. You never know. Like, yeah.
He was like, I'm keeping my music choices to myself.
This
Can they keep that between me and my team?
Insane transition going to 3 and 4, and Marcio Jr. freaking absolutely diabolical, man.
Great chase. And I have Christian Spotter, and you were telling me he's a spotter for an FD driver. He's being told A+, 100%, 150%. You need to go as hard as you can right now. Yeah. My first time ever having a spotter, it was a small radio, and they're like, okay, I need to be 1, 2, or 3. 1 is I can do whatever I want, doesn't matter. 2, okay, do a normal run. 3 is everything on the wall, wreck your car.
Yeah.
He's getting told 3+.
Here he goes, Marcio Jr. coming in with a nice initiation. Look at Christian Catrone. Now he's massaging the angle to get that proximity. Transition out of the smoke, goes to outer zone 2. Marcio Jr. trying to dive into that interclip. Look at Christian Catrone being super aggressive. And then now he has to cheat the line a little bit so he can get the proximity going to outer zone 3 and 4.
He finds it there at the end, but he did not have it the same way. No. Christian Catrone, I was expecting a little bit more.
Let's see what happened here.
I just think he started a little bit behind. He doesn't want to crash into him. He doesn't. So something about that driver to Christian, he believed in Christian full-heartedly. I'm not saying that he doesn't believe in this driver. He's very, very close, but I think he could have gotten closer.
Yeah. That transition was late compared to Marcio.
I think he didn't allow the pocket for the transition. I think he was trying to hold on to the little bit of proximity he had in that area and was trying to show that he had it, and then backing up too late. He had to get on the brakes.
So
it's a hole you get sucked into as a driver. You're like, oh, here it is, boom, and then go, oh my gosh, I got a transition. Crap.
So
because here he has it.
Yeah.
And he just holds on to it a little too long.
Yeah, yep. Man, that was insane. And the snap he does on that transition.
Yeah, no, he chases him down there at the end, but
Howard cams on the side.
Yeah. Whew. Oh, I love when we get quiet thinking about what the judges are thinking about. We're trying to figure it out.
It's one of the things where, like, my heart's racing for these drivers, and I'm wondering.
I'm tiptoes right now. I'm on the edge of my seat. Or my box, or whatever I'm sitting on.
Man, Redline Oil, title sponsor of U.S. Drift Circuit, Formula Drift Pro-Am. If you guys have just tuned in, we are in our top 8, and it looks like the judges have made a decision. It's a one more time.
I was trying to get on frequency with you. Let's try that one more time. We're going to go a little bit slower. Ready? One more time. There it is. We're in sync now. There it is. You know what? We should apply for the Olympics and do that synchronized swimmer thing, you know?
My Bluetooth wasn't on. That's what happened.
Yeah. So we're going to go to the next drivers here. We got Tyler Hess and Christian Nelson coming in. Now we got Concord and Tampa. If I'm not mistaken, this is a continuation of the battle.
Yep.
So we're going to go ahead and see him finally with a lead run here. Let's go ahead and see. Do you remember too much about that last run?
So it looked like Tyler Hess had to shut down on Outer Zone 2.
Right. We weren't sure if it was his car or...
So I believe he did take it to 5 minutes to look over his car, see what's going on. And Christian had to back off on that, so he didn't.
Right. So with that being said, just so for the viewers at home, because obviously we're only seeing the second half, Christian would be coming in with the advantage.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's really up to him to put in a good lead run, and a phenomenal chase is what he's going to need to try to get a win here.
Oh yeah. And here we go. Oh no!
Tires off.
But able to get into Outer Zone 2. Will he do it? Yes, the one tire into Outer Zone 2. Tyler Hess is trying to reel him in. And Christian does a great job hitting that inner clip and put one tire in Outer Zone 3. Let's see if he'll float out to Outer Zone 4. 2 tires in. And great job from the lead.
So, yeah, what's crazy is if we would have seen that run with a complete before it had something to compare it to, there'd be a conversation. Unfortunately, he completed the run.
Yeah.
You know, and it's going to be hard when you have a 0 to go against. Now, does he go 2 tires off? No, I think that's 1 tire. And I think it's 3-0 out in this series right now anyways. So
depending on the layout,
yeah, he's getting his points, in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure and confident. I don't think it's going to be a one more time. There might be an easy decision here for the judges. I hate to see it because nobody wants to go out for a technical issue, which his car clearly shut down for some reason. So, but yep, the 350Z does get the win. Thumbs up from the other driver. You know, zoom in with the winner graphics. Love to see it. Looks like his car is even saying hello at that fender. I'm sure Sarah's going to talk to him about that here in a few minutes. Let's go ahead and see who's in the box getting ready to come on out. We should be moving along almost to the end of the grade 8.
Yeah, we have the Christian moving on. He's going to be battling Matt Schulman.
Okay.
And then that's for the final 4. So, and then Salvio Silva already won. We do have the final battle of the grade 8, which is Marcio Jr. and Christian Controlling, which was a 1 more time.
So what we're going to probably do is shoot it over to Sarah and give them some time to get ready and get in the box. After Sarah? Okay, we're actually going to go to a commercial break and get back with you guys. We'll see you at top 4. Okay, after Sarah makes this interview.
Yeah.
Sarah, go ahead.
Christian, Nelson, moving on. How's it feel?
It's pretty good. I mean, the grip level seems to be like staying consistent. I mean, we're making minor changes each lap. I don't know what happened with Tyler in the lead, but felt like we were having a pretty good lap. He gave me a good lead, and I don't know if he had car issues or what, but it's racing. It happens. So we're here to go to the top.
Hell yeah. What do you feel about battling Matt Schulman up next?
Can you not hear
I got a lap with him, I think, in seating. I think he's one of the better competitive guys out here from what I hear. So he gave me a good lead in seats. I know what to fix from last time. So we'll see how it goes.
Awesome. Well, go get ready, dude.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break while the drivers get situated. Stay tuned. Drop a like on the YouTube channel and the video of the live stream.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win.
Formulated to win.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Hey everybody, just a friendly reminder that prices on the website are going to increase. Now it has been a year that we've been trying to fight against this, but due to cost of material, we have no choice. However, that's not going to take place until next week, so now is the time for you to get all of the products that you need for your build or your transmission conversion. To find out more information, be sure to check out the website at autosportsengineering.com.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win.
Formulated to win.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
There's no better way to test your tires than on the racetrack. That's why at Kenda Tires, we compete with the same tires we sell. And that's how the technology built it in every. Because the UHP Max tire goes from podium to pavement. Whether you're a professional driver chasing podiums or a grassroots enthusiast looking for weekend excitement, Kenda Tires are designed for your journey.
Play me some of that able pimpin', man.
Link is the engine management solution for champions the world over. We know what it takes to win, pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Our tech support are performance specialists, available 24 hours and ready to talk one-on-one about your winning formula. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
Op 7.
Op 7.
Op 7. Op 7.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win.
Formulated to win.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are at US Drift Circuits Round 2. We are going to have one more battle here right before our top 4 finalists here going into the battles. Who's going up for their last little, it's a half battle, correct?
No, it's actually a one more time battle. It's Marcio Jr. and Christian the Heartbreak Kid Controne. And their battle before was insane. Marcio was putting it to the door of Christian, and Christian was doing the same. There was mistakes on both sides. Judge deemed it.
I vividly remember the battle. I mean, and we're rewatching. Well, we were rewatching some of it earlier while we were off our break. They were absolutely killing it, and that was a hard one on the judges to make a decision there. So very excited to go ahead and see how they run. Let me put the sunglasses back on because there's just so much talent out here. Ready because they just shine.
Oh man.
Goodness.
And man, I want to thank the sponsor, Redline Oil. Definitely helped on making this competition alive for these competitors. We are the US Drift Circuit Formula Drift Pro-Am. So winner of the whole series is going to get a Pro Spec license. So you've seen 2 years ago it was Louis Lantz, and last year was Ryan Kaufman.
Yep, and both of them used them.
Yep. They're both up there, and I'm super excited. You have Christian Controne in the lead.
Christian Controne really wanting that license, too, really working on it. Marcio is obviously doing what he can to get a win here, too, and he showed so much so that it had to be one more time. The judges could not pick between it. So here we go again, Christian Controne in the lead. Let's go ahead and see what happens here.
And Christian Controne coming in with a nice initiator. Marcio does the same thing as the previous battle, but falls behind a little bit more. Angles up to dive into that inner clip, does a great job. He hits the outer zone 2, hits outer zone 3. Marcio doesn't have as much proximity as the previous battle before that deemed this a one more time. So this is going to give enough room for Christian to stick it to his door.
There was barely any room before, but now the window is just a little bit larger, but definitely not a door.
No.
It's going to be a close one. Christian coming in, taking a very similar initiation as he has been, a little bit more settled, very much taking a note from what it feels like our other competitors have been figuring out with Matt Schulman and such. But a little bit less proximity here. I think he just angles up a little bit too here on this transition, kind of holds it up, and then that just allows Christian to just go out and really have the angle. He cuts it angle to try to get that proximity and finds it at the end of the final zone.
So yeah, we're going in from outer zone 2 to the inner clip. That's something I want to look at. It looks like Christian possibly tire dropped here, but Marcio is doing a great job mimicking the line and then just trying to massage the angle. But look at Christian. He angles up right here, going to that inner clip. It looks like one tire out. No, actually, he's still on track. The truck has been faded from all of the drivers.
Well, we did just lay down new one. Which one are you talking about? Let me see.
So looking at inner clip right after outer zone 2 here. All right, so you got the initiation. You see Christian lighting off the tires, using some left foot brake to stabilize himself in the outer zone 1. Transition here to outer zone 2. Look at this angle up. Bang. And then...
So your front tire goes over the line, which I think it does a little bit.
It does a little bit. So then transitioning to outer 3 and 4. He does a great job where it needs to be. That might be something that the judges will...
Yeah.
If it's going to be a tit for tat, if Christian doesn't door him, does a similar chase, this is going to go to nitty-gritty details.
All right, well, we're ready to go here. Let's go ahead and see him.
We're waiting for the lights. Christian Controne is now in the chase. Marcio Jr. in the lead, and it looks like Christian and it looks like he has to slow up a little bit
not impede the driver, but he wants to be on top of him. That's his goal, and he does so. He gets right into that pocket, coming around in that first zone. Great transition here. A little bit of a window there, but comes right back in and closes that proximity on his angle perfectly in a transition bumper to bumper, coming through, getting that proximity, and closes the door in on him. Tries to get in as close as he can. The car starts to power out because he's just putting the hammer down. That is just maybe the little bit of difference that needs to happen for there not to be another one more time. We see it, yeah.
And he lights off his tires on the chase. Transition, waiting for him to transition, and then he surges forward in the pocket so he could get that proximity, cheats the line just a little bit, but then getting it right back to the door on transition to outer zone 3, and then floating back to the door of Marcio Jr. My goodness, Christian, he's putting some rubber out there. It's been insane to see him drive. And I hear some talking up there in the judges' booth. I don't know exactly what they're saying, but they have a drone replay where they could go frame by frame and see what's going on. We'll see what the decision is here shortly. You already see Marcio with his helmet off, and then you see Christian just locked just forward.
Yep.
And not even phased about what's going on until he gets.
I don't think he's not phased. I think he's just trying to be like, it's good. We got it.
Yeah.
We did what we needed to do. He's trying to think about the next. He believes he won. He wants the win.
He's hungry. That's what it is. People out there, you have between desperate and hungry, and if you could be desperate for money, but you could be hungry.
So with that being said, Chris Catrone gets the win and the point by battling through one more time, doing an amazing job. I will say that could have gone one more time if he would have not made that mistake coming into the first or out of the second zone into the third. But, Christian Catrone gets the win. It was a hard battle on the one more time. We're going to go ahead and catch up, I'm sure, with Sarah when they get parked. But right now it looks like we've got our boy Matt Schulman and
Christian Nelson. This is our final four side of the bracket. Christian Nelson is going to be in the chase. Matt Schulman in the lead.
Sunset runs, baby.
Man, he's been absolutely in with his car. Been just absolutely diabolical throughout the whole track. We'll see him in the lead on a slayer of a run. Let's see how it goes.
All right, there's the lights. And they're out, and they're going to go on through. Matt Schulman's in the lead. Tiny, this one away, though.
Here comes Matt Schulman. Christian Nelson in the chase. Matt Schulman coming in with a nice initiation. Lock to angle.
Oh,
contact made. I think
too spicy.
Christian was being super aggressive on that. And I hope Matt Schulman's okay. I know he was having back issues and getting hit like that. Oh. They were coming in hot.
Oh, they definitely were. I would love to see a replay on that real quick while we're waiting. It's very similar to what we saw with Savio in them. It's just he's coming in, and he's been doing the same initiation all day. There's nothing different about it. He is going plenty fast, and he just cooks into him.
Yeah, it looks like he lights off the tires to get even closer to him, and he just makes contact with Matt Schulman. So
yeah, it's a hard line between getting that proximity and not touching somebody, but I feel like he came in, was ready to attack. Look at this initiation, already closing the distance. And Matt Schulman has been doing a handbrake entry. He was on his tires. He wasn't slowing down. There was no front brake on the front tires, was there?
No, it doesn't look.
I'm trying to see. Off Matt Schulman. No, until he gets contacted, he's on it. Yeah.
It's I'm
I like that fender flying in the air. It's kind of funny, right?
Coming in here and then just smacks into him. I think the chase was
just takes the rear of the Matt Schulman's car out, and there's nothing Matt can do there. He was already at full lock and on the gas.
We're waiting to hear back from the judges here shortly. We do have the right side of our final four, which will be Salvio Silva versus Christian Catrone, which will be an insane battle. Now, the winner of this battle does go on to the battle for first and second place. the person that loses goes to the battle of third and fourth. And now
Yo, judges!
we're waiting on hearing back from the judges.
Ball! Yo, who was that ball? I know, I just asked.
And
yeah, you're hearing some technical. We have some radio interference here, but it looks like they're trying to find out who's at fault. And if I'm not mistaken, I just heard that the 350Z by the judges is deemed at fault, which I believe to be the case as well. I think he was just a little too cooked in, you know, and just had the power to go in. This is a really good time to, thank KBD for being able to take a hit and keep on going. That's who my body kit is. So that's why the car still looks good, but lost a little bit of a fender there. When's KBD going to do those?
And it looks like Davio is already at the line already, getting ready. I think we're waiting for Christian Catrone to get to the line here.
Gotcha. I was wondering if you were okay there. It looked like you were having a stroke for a second.
I was listening in on the radio. Sorry.
We might be on different channels too, because I was like, no one's talking.
Oh,
I'm so concerned.
So so with that being said, for that driver being at fault, he does have a chance to take a 5-minute timeout. So the person that's not at fault, Matt Showman, gets a 10-minute timeout. It doesn't impede into his 5
which hopefully is enough time. I'm hoping that he didn't have any rear arm damage or anything like that coming into that, because it looked like more of a wheel
even
contact.
If I don't think he took his 5-minute either, so he could actually technically,
if he needs more time,
take another 5 minutes. And that will be his 5 minutes. So drifting is not just a driver sport; it is a team sport. You got spotters, you got the crew guys. If you ever get the chance to see a 10-minute or a 5-minute call,
yeah,
it's
no, they're
insane.
impressive. I mean, they allow them to be safe. So if there is arm suspension damage that they need to do, they allow them to jack it up and safely put it on jack stands. But the second they touch the car to work on it, taking off a wheel, a tire, really fully inspecting it with their hands on it and stuff, then that's when the timer starts. But a lot of these people, including myself, in the trailer, you have full arm kits, you have full knuckles, you have everything ready, that you're going to brake consistently. Ready to just go on. And you're talking 4 or 5 bolts pulled off, put on, and ready to shred.
My first experience of watching a 10-minute was 2 years ago, Luis Lantz and Ryan Acevedo, when Ryan Acevedo took flight over Luis Lantz. But there was a way for us to kind of say, hey, we'll extend the time just a little bit so you guys could get situated. But the beautiful thing about drifting is they were situated right next to each other, and both of their crews are working with each other.
Yeah, working. They're handing the tool over if they need to, whatever. But it sounds like we're going to let Savio and Christian come on through, and it sounds like they're in the burnout box now. So we're going to see that battle coming up, which is going to be our other side of the bracket, top 4 battle, where that winner is going to be moving on for a chance to win, guaranteeing a first and or second place, and the loser having a chance to get redemption, to get back on that box and go for 3rd place. Loser in 4th. It's the worst. You're the first big loser.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. Well, you still get points. You get some good points out of it.
You're still getting points, but you want to bring home a win.
Yeah. And these Christian last round, it was unfortunate how he had to bow out. I think something mechanical for his car. And now you have Salvio has been having a stroke of bad luck with his car as well. So you have these 2 guys battling out for a podium. It's fantastic to see the tenacity and the resiliency from both of these drivers.
Oh, absolutely. Both of them heating up. Savio is sitting there ready, watching Christian Catrone finish up. I believe Christian Catrone is in the chase position here. No, he is in the lead position.
He's in the lead position.
Yep, he is in the lead position.
Living the Vida Loca right there.
Yeah, I doubt that's what he listened to, but we're gonna test him on that one later. What's the first line of Vida Loca? Sing it to me now.
You see Christian and karaoke.
And then we've got Savio that won't tell us what he listens to. That's for me to know.
It's definitely Bobby Girl.
It's Ice Ice Baby.
Ooh,
for sure.
That's a solid banger though.
Yeah.
But here we go. Christian the Heartbreak Kid Catrone and Savio the Smoke Daddy Silva in the chase. Coming in here, Christian Catrone with the Corvette, lighting off his tires right off the rip. Salvio is cheating the line a little bit, using that left foot brake so he can angle back up and get back into the chase. Christian Catrone angling up in that outer zone 2, diving into inner clip 1. Beautiful transition, using that left foot brake again to stabilize his car into outer zone 3 and going to outer zone 4. Beautiful lead run from Christian to Heartbreak Kid.
Absolutely. Savio starting off a little bit further away. Transitions right in time, but for some reason just doesn't get the tires to spin the first thing. I don't know what was going on there. Tries to transition and come on into this zone. Christian does take a very harsh angle, obviously, to get in this inner clip here. Savio doesn't quite follow it to a T, which is why there's this proximity difference here. We did just get spoiled watching back-to-back runs where they were on top of each other, but these are two very fast and aggressive drivers coming through, and we're seeing a great run for both of them, though. Very few mistakes.
Yeah, and you have, man, I love the Drift HQ tent over there. They're always working with each other. They're teaming up to try to figure out what's the best thing to get their driver onto the podium. And you see it right here. Salvio Silva was having some issues earlier, but he said he has a team to back him. That's beautiful to see.
Yeah, no, great driving by both of them. Very excited to go ahead and see them switch positions and see what Christian does here.
There we go. Salvio, the Smoke Daddy Silva, in the lead. Christian, the Heartbreak Kid Catrone.
Look at those smiles.
Yeah, it's weird. You see them smiling, but they're straight killers on the track. Here we go. The lights are extinguished. Here we go. Final four battle here. Winner moves on to battle of first and second place. Savio Silva comes in, lights off the tires right off the rip, use that left foot brake so he could get to outer zone 1, stabilize there. And there's Christian Catrone trying to get out of the smoke. Smoke Daddy misses outer zone 2. Christian Catrone cheats the line a little bit to get that proximity, going to outer zone 3. Beautiful fill out from Savio Silva. And now Christian is trying to massage the angle so keen to proximity, falls a little bit off track a little bit.
Yeah, and we saw Christian even throw a front tire off track to try to get that line there. So again, very similar transition, or not transition, but initiation. Looks like Christian was actually able to gain some speed there. On the transition, a little bit slower, had to do some braking there to make sure, but cuts the line. But he is following Savio, so I don't know how the judges are going to view that. Just getting the tail end, and yeah, Savio is doing donuts over there while we're watching the replay. That's funny.
He's lighting off fireballs in the backside of his car. It's insane.
Well, he's happy to be here. He's a very happy person.
Oh, yeah.
So.
And yeah, that wasn't too. It looked like it was almost 2 tires off from Christian Catrone in the chase too.
Yeah, I'm not sure, because I mean Savio was on course.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if there's a reason for Christian to be really off that far.
Well, you look at from the transition from outer zone 1 to 2, you'll see the forward momentum from Christian, how he surges so hard forward on that transition. I think that probably made him a little bit off course on that line.
Yeah.
So. Man, these guys out here just making it hard for the judges. Probably outer zone 4, Savio may have tire drop, but I don't think it's too much.
Not more than Christian in the chase.
Yeah. So it's a very a battle of mistakes right here.
I mean, and we are nitpicking. These are two drivers that did a great job in going through. But Christian Catrone pulling out the win, going forward, knocking out Smoke Daddy. Savio is still going to have a great night tonight. He's going to load up with everybody else in the HQ family, but you know Christian Catrone's going to move on, and
the Heartbreak
welcome
Kid.
to the final 2 battle here, buddy.
The Heartbreak Kid guaranteed podium spot. He's super excited. Now it's just he's going to have fun.
After the work he did in the last season and then this first round, you know, he definitely is working his butt off for it.
Yeah.
And he just fought a heck of a battle, not just with Savio, but prior with one more time and the judging of small mistakes to allow it to happen. So really excited for him to get moved forward. He's got an I love your wife. I love my wife sticker on the back.
You're taking that Heartbreak
awesome.
Kid.
The Heartbreak Kid a little too seriously. But let's go ahead and see, Sarah, are you over with Christian?
We're over here. You're moving on to the final, dude.
Super excited. Really good. Team's on point. Howard's Cams is taking care of me. I'm so excited, ready to take care of business.
Get out there and kill it.
Oh, the fist bump of a generation right there. Phenomenal work. I like the shout out for his Howard Cams and all that kind of stuff too. while we're here, you know, definitely want to give a shout out to everybody that helps us here, everybody that's volunteered their time, and all the sponsors. You know, Redline, Drift HQ, Kenda, BC, Kansei, OMP. You know, all the people. Drift Taxi, Link ECU. You know, so many. We really appreciate all the support and help this season.
Yes, it's big to have these sponsorships so we can run this event for these guys that have the passion for drifting and going into Formula Drift. You see competitors out there going for the rookie season. Ryan Kaufman out there for his rookie season. I'm excited to see what he does from last year to this year. With the Taxi Garage support, they're always out there having a good time. We also had Louis Lantz from 2 years ago doing a great job on the rookie year. I don't expect you to get a podium in the rookie year, but I expect you to knock the nerves off. All right, that's the big thing. And him being composed throughout the season was fantastic to see. Ryan Kaufman, he's always having a smile on his face. I'm not worried about him being nervous. He also driven with a lot of the FD drivers too.
Yeah, no, he's definitely been out there for a while. So really excited to see those guys move on. You see the program being successful, and you see guys that have come through and really cut their teeth here, coming in and taking bites out of the competitors. So that's what we want to see.
Yeah, and if you guys want to support your drivers, definitely check them out on the social medias, purchase their merch. That goes towards their program. Their program is stuff so they could transport their vehicles from point A to point B to each competition, even in the Pro-Am or Pro Spec series. But now we have our next battle. And we have Christian Nelson and Matt Schulman.
Yep, and Matt Schulman's in the chase here, already rolling out. Super excited. We got him going in smoking those tires already. After that contact, we're going to go ahead and see on a big initiation, Matt Schulman's going to go ahead and get that proximity and charge forward, trying to wait and hold on that transition on that lead car. Going through, doing a great job on his inner clip, coming around. Great transition timing and proximity done by Matt Schulman, and coming in even further and closer, trying to make sure the judges don't have to wonder. And the lead car getting the pressure and feeling it, and even going out of zone at the end there in the final fourth zone. Matt Schulman needs to be proud of himself on that run.
Locked in. Look at this. You got Christian Nelson right here, coming in with a nice initiation. It looks like he probably clutch caked right into it, puts one tire in that one zone. And now Matt Schulman has to back off a little bit, and he's stable and keeping in track, which is great. Now he surges into the pocket right here on the inner clip, and then transitioning to outer zone 3. Now he's locked to angle. He knows he has a long, straight, sweeping turn. He could stay right there and just rub tires if he needs to.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Did a great job. And what I was saying is something that takes a lot of poise right here. So Matt Schulman has a hard angle right there, and instead of transitioning early, continues to hold it to transition in time with him, and knows that he's going to make up that space somewhere else. So he doesn't panic, he doesn't transition too early, and then has a perfectly timed transition on the backside. So really a great job. Definitely what you want to see out of a driver. And because of that, Matt Schulman gets the win and is moving on to the final battle. He is going to be going against Christian Trone, and we are going to see who is going to go ahead and leave the winner.
Man, Matt Schulman, Christian Trone.
That's exciting stuff.
Insane. Savio Silva versus Nelson is going to be insane as well.
Oh, for sure.
Christian Nelson has been putting out a clinic since seeding bracket. He has a lot of points that he's been gaining because of all these wins. And so he has the ability to gain more points if he wins this battle.
He's gaining a lot of experience too.
And battling these guys is not easy. I was talking to Zach.
I think I'm hearing a car behind me. Sarah, let's go ahead and send it over to Sarah.
All right, we're here with the Schulmanator going on to the final. How you feeling?
Well, I couldn't hear you. Hang on. Say it one more time.
How you feeling?
Really good. That was a really hard hit, but the team fixed the car in 8 minutes. So, great job, team.
Yeah, big team effort there. Go have fun, brother.
Well, I wonder what all had to get fixed, but I'm sure he'll let us know after the competition. If I get to hear any more information on that, I'll let you guys know. I got my ear to the ground, got a lot of people in the pits that text me stuff and to run up and tell me what's kind of going on. But 8 minutes, I'm sure they had to replace at least an arm. There's no way, because that was a big hit. We saw maybe even a tie rod up front with that damage that ripped off the front fender of the other car as well.
Man, oh man. Our final battles. We have the first and second place battle, but now we have Christian Nelson and Savio Silva.
So Christian Nelson
versus
Smoke Daddy.
They battled before too, I believe. in the seating bracket.
Yeah,
so.
no, this is exciting stuff. I mean, beautiful sunset here at historic Sebring. Super excited to be out here. Really enjoying ourselves. And I do want to give a big shout out as well to Auto Sports Engineering. They do an amazing job out here. Just a phone call away if you're needing some small stuff. I'm standing up because honestly, I can't even sit down anymore. I'm beyond freaking excited to see all the homies getting out here. I mean, I've got people that I've been driving with for the last 4 or 5 years, or even longer for Christian Catrone and Matt Schulman. Been driving together now for 6 or 7, and they've been running it. They've been getting King of OSW, been driving their butts off, and here they are with fully built cars, and let's go ahead and see how they do. We're exactly the same height. We're actually twins. You can tell right here. Same twin power.
Are you Arnold Schwarzenegger and I'm Danny DeVito?
If you're Danny DeVito, that's hilarious. I feel like I'm more from Sunny with a Chance, Sunny in Philadelphia, than anything. But that's super awesome. But guys, if you guys have enjoyed the live stream, and we've got more to come, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and give them a follow, and there's a little bell button here that you can go. But we're gonna send you guys to a short commercial, and we'll be right back as soon as these drivers are ready. We just don't want to rush them for this last battle.
I'm amped.
We'll be here when you're back.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win.
Formulated to win.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
There's no better way to test your tires than on the racetrack. That's why at Kenda Tires, we compete with the same tires we sell. And that's how the technology built it in every Bethesda UHP Max tire goes from podium
What a performance.
to pavement. Whether you're a professional driver chasing podiums or a grassroots enthusiast looking for weekend excitement, Kenda Tires are designed for your journey.
Link is the engine management solution for champions the world over. We know what it takes to win. Pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Our tech support are performance specialists, available 24 hours and ready to talk one-on-one about your winning formula. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
Op 7.
Op 7.
Op 7. Op 7.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win.
Formulated to win.
Formulated to win.
Proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Hey everybody, just a friendly reminder that prices on the website are going to increase. Now it has been a year that we've been trying to fight against this, but due to cost of material, we have no choice. However, that's not going to take place until next week, so now is the time for you to get all of the products that you need for your build or your transmission conversion. To find out more information, be sure to check out the website at autosportsengineering.com.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win.
Formulated to win.
Formulated to win.
Proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Play me some of that able pimpin', man.
There's no better way to test your tires than on the racetrack. That's why at Kenda Tires, we compete with the same tires we sell. And that's how the technology built into every Bethesda UHP Max tire goes from podium
What a performance.
to pavement. Whether you're a professional driver chasing podiums or a grassroots enthusiast looking for weekend excitement, Kenda Tires are designed for your journey.
Link is the engine management solution for champions the world over. We know what it takes to win. Pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Our tech support are performance specialists, available 24 hours and ready to talk one-on-one about your winning formula. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
Op 7.
Op 7.
Op 7. Op 7.
Play me some of that A with pimpin', man.
All right, we are back, locked in. This is our final battles. The winner of this battle will get third place. Loser gets fourth place. So this is for a spot on the podium. The next battle after that is a guaranteed spot on the podium. It's just which one is higher, which one's on the first place spot, which one's on the second place spot. Now, these four drivers are absolute shredders on the track. Christian Nelson has been just ripping it up through the seating bracket, and you're going to see him battle it out.
Absolutely, and welcome back over here. We're super excited to work with you guys. We've got 4 cars that are going to be coming out. We got Savia, Christian, we've got Matt Schulman, and we got our boy in the 350Z coming in hot and heavy, trying to go ahead and see if he's going to get a third or fourth place on this battle.
Yeah, and I'm super excited. They're going into the bob right now and getting situated, getting their tires squared away.
No, we're not doing the bob.
No, we already agreed to it.
No.
Yep, you said yes before.
All right.
Now you see them scrubbing their tires, getting ready. We're at the layout that you've seen last year at the 4th round. So the third round is going to be round of last year, that year, if you watch US Drift Circuit. Now, I'm super excited to see these guys just straight put it all out because they know this is a make or break moment.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So at Savio, battling his heart out, lots of car issues, contact, all kinds of stuff. And we've got our other guy, same thing. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
they're very similar stories. So one of them's going to get to walk away with a third, and I believe that Sarah's going to let us know who that third place is after this battle, actually. And then we're going to announce second after that first and second place, which is going to be Matt Schulman versus Christian Catrone. So for right now, we're going to focus on Savio and Christian here, and I'm going to let you take this one away.
Man, Christian Nelson versus the Smoke Daddy, Savio Silva. Savio Silva is going to be in the chase. Here are the lights. Here we go. Battle for third place. First lap. Christian Nelson in that Z, coming in here, getting in with a nice initiation, uses that left foot brake. And look at Savio Silva locking in the angle, trying to massage the angle so he can get that proximity. Transition to outer zone 2. Oh, Salvio Silva overcooks it, goes off track. Let's see if he gets back into the fight as Christian Nelson is able to get into outer zone 3. Look at Salvio Silva trying to get back in there and get the proximity. That's a huge mistake from Salvio.
Wow, I really want to see the replay on that. I got to see it in person, and I'm not sure if he was just really following Christian, and Christian just put on the brakes to get that, try to get that inner clip here. Let me go ahead and see real quick. Coming in, big initiation, Savio not playing around, nice on proximity, going ahead and matching that angle, going through in the transition, coming here and dives. Ooh. And Christian actually brings up all that speed while Savio is charging in. So, yeah, that's unfortunately on Savio because Christian needed to be able to come on that track.
Yeah, and Christian didn't hit that inner clip, but yeah, like you're saying, Savio was trying to surge into that pocket, but great job in the initiation. I just think
he lost a little bit of space in his mind there. Yeah. I think he thought he had a lot more space, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Coming through with this transition, he's in the smoke. He does the charge to get into the pocket, comes on the brakes just a little too late, and then, you know.
Well, we have the second lap of this battle. Winner gets his place in the podium. You see the spray coming out of the 350 right now.
Little nitrous purge.
Mm-hmm. And getting ready, Salvio Silva with that mean S chassis. Here are the lights. Smoke Daddy engaged. Getting ready. Coming up to this first line. Bang! Initiates, gets to that first outer zone, use that left foot brake to stabilize his car and stay in that zone, transitioning into outer zone 2. Absolutely mental. Going to outer zone 2, and look at Christian falling behind, and then going to outer zone 3. Christian is trying to reel him in. Salvio Silva is absolutely mental.
Very similar mistake. Both drivers did the same thing, but Savio, not realizing how far he was and in a charge, he went further along. Where Christian had the availability to slow it back down. Yes, he's offline a little bit. He's not chasing as close as he wants, but he makes the correction. And you can see the differences right here. Earlier transition, he's not in the smoke. He can see what he's doing. He makes that correction, and yes, he falls out further and loses the space, but he didn't make that charge in the smoke that Savio did. Savio trusted that there was more space, and there wasn't.
Yeah, and if we were to watch both replays side to side, you do see a difference of line.
I can't see anything with Savio putting down an actual smoke screen. He said it doesn't matter who wins. I'm excited.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, we are announcing the winner out on the track for our third place.
Okay.
Yes, and then there will be a interview by Sarah over here. So
let's see.
I think that's what I was told is happening.
And it looks like Christian Nelson gets the win for third place.
Nelson getting on the podium, third place. Sarah's going to be available to talk to him while we get Christian Catrone and Matt Schulman ready to go. And Matt Schulman and Christian, we're going to hold off on announcing until we are in person and have trophies ready to hand out, bottles of champagne to be popped, and to really start the celebrations for tonight. Yeah. Very excited about it. How are you feeling about today, Tiny?
Man, today has been awesome. Being at this is one of my favorite layouts. I do like the other side layout, but for Sebring,
this is way faster. This is so much fun.
And especially for the crowd watching
What's going on with Christian? Hold on. Christian's still on the track.
Oh, he's just getting pumped up. But going into that first initiation to that first outer zone, for all the spectators, that's the sickest angle. And if you never been to a drift event or a drift competition, that's probably the sickest angle you ever get of a tandem.
Oh, this one right here. It's
right
boom. There. They're amazing. Just it's phenomenal. Right through the smoke. Great transition. Good job, Christian. He's driving through right now. I think he's going to find Sarah, maybe, for an interview. We'll find out, maybe.
Yeah, but it's been an
track's got to be reset a little bit here. We got some knocked over cones. We're going to go ahead and get everything ready for our final battle, our grand finale. With that being said, I do want to give a big old shout out to Redline. Thank you so much for helping with everything. And Drift HQ, you guys, without you, nothing of this is possible. I want to also thank all the volunteers like this man in front of me right here running to get that set up. So,
man, these guys out here, the media people, this is what makes drifting alive in the culture-wise. But it looks like we might have the interview getting set up behind us. We have them right behind us, I believe. Drifting itself, you need pictures, you need videos. The media people out here taking their time out of the day to take perfect pictures for these drivers so they can post it up on their walls is insane.
All right, so we're going to go to Sarah right now. She's ready to do her interview. She's giving him a hug. She should have a camera on her. There you go. We got a camera on you. Just look towards me. You're good. Just look right towards me, and the camera's on me.
We're good to go?
You're good to go. We're
awesome.
looking right at you.
Christian Nell's in 3rd place. How you feeling, dude?
Pretty good. I mean, hot. I'm exhausted now, but that was pretty fun. I mean, I don't know. I definitely thought Savio had me on that one, but I'm not going to complain.
Awesome. Well, congrats. That for you.
Thank you, USDC. It's the first time here. Had a blast. We'll come back.
Man, first time here and getting on the podium, but congratulations again. Go ahead and cheer it up. I know you were excited in the car, showing that energy, so very excited for you to come on down here and get some runs in with all the boys. Knocking out Smoke Daddy is a huge accomplishment, as well as the whole pack. I do want to thank drivers for coming on out here, putting a big old show on for all of us to enjoy. And here we go, the final battle. The deep breath for Matt Schulman and Christian Catrone. The Orlando boys, Claremont and Maitland, coming in. Tiny's ready. Tiny.
I'm amped up. You got the Heartbreak Kid there in the Terminator. All right, and you have Christian Catrone wanting it, hungry. And you also have Matt Schulman battling some injuries for himself and then being able to fight through to a podium spot. Now he has to put that cap on the head. Here we go. Christian Catrone, the Heartbreak Kid, versus Matt, the Showmanator, as Christian Catrone comes in with a nice initiation. Look,
no!
Makes contact.
Matt Schulman over sends it into Christian. Christian doesn't allow it to stop. Still sending a heater of a run, knocking into zone 2, hitting the clipping point, and coming around into zone 3, filling it, and going out for zone 4. Matt Schulman is beating himself up for that initiation. I don't think that Christian slowed down a whole lot, but it looks like Matt was really on him and ready to fly in. So let's go ahead and see with this replay here.
All right, we're going with Christian Catrone coming in here, initiating, locking an angle. He looks like, ooh, he was maybe a little late on lighting off the tires. I don't know.
I mean, he's in initiation. He's lighting up. He's good.
Yeah,
There's smoke coming from it. He does come off throttle a little bit, but he doesn't want to oversend it into it. And Matt Schulman just assumes that he's ready to go and fills that zone. I mean, I'm looking at smoke.
Yeah, man. That's unfortunate on a final battle to see that kind of thing happen. It looks like both of their cars are good to go. And I saw Matt Schulman drive back to the line.
Man, seeing Matt Schulman's car do that 2 times in the last 3 battles, man, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, and here we go. We might see
He's in the opposite position, though, but this time Christian held on to it.
Oh, yeah, Christian just spun back around.
Oh, yeah, no, they're ready to party.
Oh, man. Locked in. And here's Christian Catrone, final lap of this final battle. Winner gets first place, loser gets second, but it's still a podium position. Matt Schulman, the Showmanator, in
Bragging
the
points
lead.
for brothers drifting next to each other for the last 6 years. Who's going to bring it home?
Oh, man. The excitement.
Waiting for the lights here.
And it looks like they're getting locked in, waiting for the lights from their track staff here.
Yep, track is clear, track is ready. Judges are giving the thumbs up.
All right. Our final
All right,
battle.
there we go, there we go.
Here we go. Matt Schulman in the lead. Christian Catrone in the chase. Corvette versus S Chassis. Matt Schulman coming in with a nice initiation. Go to our first outer zone. Christian Catrone falls forward in the pocket and then falls behind. Now Matt Schulman. Oh my goodness, huge angle. But looks like
no,
he
Matt
over-rotates
Schulman.
and goes into outer zone 3. And my, oh my, a huge upset from Matt Schulman. He's been on rails today and falling off a track like that.
Oh, goodness.
No.
Well, Tiny, I'm going to jump out of the booth and go ahead and get down into the pits. Great announcing with you today. I'll let you run it until I get down there.
For sure. Here we go. We have this replay going on. And you see Matt Schulman going to outer zone 2. He's angling up. I think he angled up a little bit too much, and then he falls in and out of the inner clip right there, and then goes out of line. Christian Catrone gains composure, falls back, gets back into the drift. The difference we see here, too, from the previous battle, a previous lap, we'll say, for instance, is Christian Catrone was able to fight through that contact and keep going. So this is going to be a who's at fault for the contact from before, and also it's going to fall down to the bigger mistakes. If it's going to go one more time or if it's just going to go into a decision. And the judges are looking at the replay. Drone replay out here. You see Matt Shulman lined up, but man, oh man. Christian Catrone has also been hungry for a podium spot, top podium spot. And it looks like the judges have made the decision. We're gonna have our drivers come up to the line. We're gonna have the trophies and champagne ready. Oh my goodness. The Heartbreak Kid giving me fist bumps on the side. And you see Christian Nelson, the third place over there lining up. We're getting ready. And it looks like the judges made the decision here. And Matt Shulman, absolutely an animal out here. We're waiting for Dustin from Dustin Motors. As he got the thumbs up.
Yep, giving you the thumbs up. I'll take the mic from you. Thank you again, Tiny, and thank you again, judges, for doing the hardest job out here. Want to give you guys all a round of applause. You're shaking your head no, but I don't want to be up there. So really excited to go ahead and see everybody out here at historic Sebring Raceway. We got the most beautiful sunsets here in Florida, so super excited. I see some ladies bringing some champagne. I'm waiting to find out who's getting these checks and trophies. So I'm waiting for some checks and trophies. I'm going to go help Chris Jackson real quick.
Hey, Christian. What's the first line of Vivin La Vida Loca? What part? Oh man. I'm super pumped for these guys. These guys always work hard and get amped up for each other. And I see Dustin with the trophies. Dustin!
I got some trophies in my hand. I got Chris Jackson following me with the bankroll that's bigger than my pockets. So super excited. I don't even know where you cash a check that big. Is it like a really big bank? It's a big bank. So guys, you're gonna get these drivers in here. But if you want to come over here, I know you're drinking some water, but I got a lot of trophies and I need help, okay? And what I want to do is bring everybody's attention to a man that was absolutely busting his booty all day. Christian in third place over here, killing it. Absolutely wrecked everybody out here in the field, literally. All the love, though. So doing a great job. And I want to give this next guy something that he has been working a long time for. I get to call him a buddy, which is very fortunate. Christian Catrone in first place, bringing home the big trophy. Matt Shulman with the back-breaking second place performance. Absolutely great job, brother. Phenomenal job. Make sure you guys get together for a tight little photo. I'm going to bring you guys some checks here in a second. Let me get you guys in there, nice and tight. There you go. What? Where are you going? He's got to worry about his hair? Rico Suave, everybody. Look at those faces. Hey, that guy's got some pink shoes on. I used to wear those. So I'm going to go ahead and pass out some checks here now. Oh, yep, bring in the team. Oh, there you go. Well-deserved. Christian Catrone, absolutely heater of an event here. Matt Shulman with his team here as well.
Don't open it. Y'all gotta save something for the Hey, all you drivers, get over here. All crew members, make sure the drivers can't run away. Oh.
Wait, what happened? What's going on? You guys are doing a shoey? Doing a shoey? Oh, there you go. It's okay, Matt Shulman. Sometimes we take a little longer. Oh, wow. That doesn't make sense. Oh, good job, guys. Good job. If I could get the other drivers in here real quick, get you guys a shoey. Come on. Do it out of the trophy, buddy. You're the winner. You're number one. You can't do it now. There it is. Shoey, 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 shoey. Woo! Florida boys doing it crazy out here in Florida. Sebring, round two. Christian Catrone pulling out an absolute heater of a win. Let me go ahead and get Round 2, third place, Christian Senor Nelson. I got some checks for you. So we've got, hold on, let me hand it to the big guy. I'm so sorry, all right? We can't, no middleman yet. All right, so we're getting $100 here. Auto Sports Engineering to take care of you. We're also getting you with Kansei Wheels $200 towards your next pair of wheels that you need. And then WOW is coming in as well with $150 taking care of you. 3 checks you're going home with for third place, brother. That's not a bad day for your first time out here. Oh, man. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm great, dude. I got champagne in my eyes, but I can't really complain. All the money goes back to my wife anyway, so I had fun.
There you go. I like the subtle complaint. It's really hard to complain while there's champagne in my eyes. So it's a good time. Let me go ahead and bring Matt Schulman some checks too. I'm going to interrupt your vlog here. I hope you don't mind it taking some checks. We got WOW signs. All right. So we got you 250. We got you 150 from Auto Engineering. And then we also got you Kansei Wheels $400. There you go. Absolutely killing it. Great stuff. Big checks in the air. And I got some bigger checks from Chris Jackson. Chris Jackson, can I steal those first place checks? All right. You're not doing a vlog like Matt Schulman over here? You're not an influencer or nothing like that? Oh, my goodness. So go ahead and help hold this one here real quick. Auto Sports Engineering getting you with the $250 for first place. Let's go ahead and see what the next one is. Boom. Next card, $600 for Kansei Wheels. There you go. Need that. And then here we go, $500 from WOWs. That way you can make sure you're always looking clean. That's what matters. You say WOW, we make it happen. You actually made it happen today. You've been busting your butt for the last few seasons. I mean, I've been seeing you coming up from OSW, battling it out. You've cut your teeth. You really deserve the win. How are you feeling finally getting here?
And I just want to give a huge shout out, first and foremost, my wife, my family. They keep me grounded, more so my team, partners, Howard's Cams, X Engineering, all these guys really keep me on track, keep me motivated, confident, and I'm just beyond happy, man. Ready to take care of business the rest of this.
I'm so excited. I think we're going to take Tiny's nickname away from the Heartbreak Kid to the Heartbreaker, bringing home first place, winning it all. And, I mean, I can't wait to see these points go to work, and let's see about this season, baby.
Sure, man. Let's do it.
All right, man.
Big shout out to you guys, Tiny and yourself, taking care of us, man, commentating. Appreciate you guys.
Just trying to bring the same energy you are in the car.
Appreciate it, dude.
All right, guys. With that being said, I think we only have one more prize that we're waiting for a phone call in. Did we find out from Wisefab?
None of these guys.
None of the. I don't care. I'll call him up here right now. You tell me who it is.
It is Marcio. Yeah.
Hey, drivers, if you're listening to me, this could be a check for you. Marcio Jr. I want to see your butt come down here. I want to award you with some money, honey. All right? With that being said, guys, I don't want to wrap up before I'm able to give Marcio this check, but if we are not able to see him tonight, this man right here makes the difference. He is the one that has brought this up from South Florida. He's got his gold chain on under here. He won't tell you about it. But brand new truck rolling around, finally looking clean, and a brand new race car, too. You're going to see this guy competing in this series someday soon. So want to thank you for making it happen.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Any words for him?
It's just exciting to see how far Florida's come in the last 10 years and the intense competition we have. It is nuts. Like, everybody top, 30 is killing it. It's
nuts.
About it.
Top 32 battles, we're looking like top 8 and top 4.
Wild. It is wild to see the level of competition, level of cars out here. I think everybody here has a shot at a Formula Drift Pro Spec Championship. It's just we only give away one.
Hey, well, that's what petitioning's for, right? What? The team, I've been shouting out the team all day. Come over here real quick, everybody that volunteers and works for them. All of you guys come over here. I know there's more all the way around, and there's guys behind the camera, but you guys are the unsung heroes. I make sure to make tons of noise on the mic all day about you guys. Guys, I just want you guys to do me real quick. For 2 seconds on this, we're going to say Florida drifting, because without you guys, it wouldn't be happening this way. So on the count of 3, we're going to say Florida drifting for these cameras, okay? 1, 2, 3. Bam, we're here and we're messing you up. Can't wait to get it. So enthusiastic. We're coming for you, Texas. I called you out, Lone Star Drift. What up? Well, I got to give a check. Come here, Marcio. I want to let you know that Wisefab phoned in all the way from Germany just to let you know you sent it the absolute hardest, absolutely killing it, buddy. Estonia, I'm so sorry. Estonia in California, where the 2 headquarters are, absolutely killed it. Big number 1 because this guy sent it harder than anybody else, and he got a check to prove it. There we go, brother. I can't wait to see you on the podium next time. Absolutely. With that being said, where is the live camera so I can sign off? Guys, thank you for tuning in. Cannot wait to see you next time. And until then, have an amazing night. Stay safe.